Hopefully he gets in there.
It says the stream is live.
Yeah, it is. We're live.
But everybody's gone now.
I'm alive.
But I don't. Oh, there now you're back.
I don't know if you've watched the show before.
I can't hear Roger. I can hear one thing Roger's saying.
Yeah. Can you hear everybody?
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, so this is, I don't know if you watched before. This is the pre-show. This is where we don't talk and we just let it roll.
Okay. Roll.
Oh, all right. So we're waiting for Jeremiah. We got about 10 people watching right now. So if you guys are holding on, we're waiting for Jeremiah. He's having some technical difficulties getting in there. So we're just waiting for him. But we didn't want to be late, so we just went and kicked it off. So just hold on for a moment. We'll see if we can get him in here.
Bro, he's busy stacking dogs, bro.
I know.
I think we lost Adina.
No, I think she probably backed out to try to get.
Oh.
Philip, we don't know. But he is definitely late. He's trying to get in, but unfortunately, for some reason, things are not working for him here. But let's go ahead and roll. No, we'll wait. We're going to wait till he gets in here, and then we'll roll the intro. So I apologize, guys, if it's taking a little extra time.
Yeah, what's up, Derek? Furman, Philip,
Boom.
Brian.
So we got everybody but Jeremiah. Dina's joining us this evening also, we think. I kind of see her there.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, we're going to get our shit together, folks. You just hold on. We'll get there.
So what are we, what's the topic of discussion?
Jeremiah.
Ooh. Make sure you got time today.
Yeah. Make time today.
What do you mean, Richard? What shit? It's gonna be it's everything's gonna be PC.
Well, see, here's they don't know that I also brought his kryptonite,
Neutralizer,
the Dina.
Yeah,
he seems to behave himself around her for some reason. I don't know if it's going to work tonight, but we'll see. So yeah, you guys just hold on there. He's having some issues, and Dina herself
what's up, Angel?
is having some issues.
Yeah.
Let me see. Edit mic setting. Oh, okay, so I can edit mics. Oh, there he is, but nothing. No permissions.
Damn.
Yeah, he hasn't given anything permissions.
I don't know if you heard, but Jeremiah Fry don't need no permission, bro.
His browser has been blocked.
What is it?
His browser has been blocked.
His browser has been blocked. All right. Does he have an iPhone?
Do you have an iPhone? No, I got an iPhone. Oh, that's the whole problem. He got an Android.
Android.
You got a computer?
Hold on. What? Let me see something here. All right. Let's just try something here.
Yeah, you want me to take over?
No. What's his hold on. Hold on.
It'll let me I can see that much.
Hang on tight, people. We're gonna figure it out. Can't hear Roger though. Oh, you're muted. Oh, damn, it's just me and 36 people. Anybody got any questions? No questions? Anybody hitting shows this weekend? Yeah. Phil, congratulations, bro. Cowboy did it. Right. Yeah, if you guys never get a chance, Puerto Rico, Bullies in Paradise. I mean, obviously, it's Puerto Rico, so.
You hear that ringing on?
I hear it.
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
You hear him, hon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're with us, Jeremiah, via audio, I believe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You hear him all right there?
Look at you. Yep, perfect.
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yep. We
Yes,
got you.
sir.
All right.
Okay.
So we're just piping you in via
Okay.
audio, which I think will work just fine. And then we've got,
Look at me. I got
There
myself
she
back in
is.
here.
right.
Damn, look at you. You're like a magician.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm an IT nerd or something.
Turn Jeremiah up a little bit here so everybody can hear
Uh-huh.
him.
Yeah, turn Jeremiah up.
I think we got him. All right. So at this point, we're going to do our intro, and then we'll get right to it.
Warning: if you're faint of heart or easily offended, this show is not for you.
I don't give a damn about what you saying, bitch, you in the way. Closed case, my nigga beat the charge just like yesterday. In your face, I'ma go hard and make sure you see the cake. Keep the pace, ain't no one fucking with me, this not a race. Doing the shit that I want, I'm never gonna stop, I'm never gonna give in. Making my way to the top, I told you to ride, I told you to get in. Now you can't eat out my pot, it's filled to the top, and I'm about to dig in. You say I was doing you wrong.
Welcome to the Go Rogue podcast. This evening, we've got Hans Berquist with us, Dina Stout, and on the phone, Jeremiah Fry. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure.
What's going on?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. Jeremiah, are you on here?
Yeah.
Okay. At least I don't have to see your bald head. I can hear you at least.
All right. So you guys can definitely hear him, which is good. Let me just do something. I'm going to try something.
Oh,
We're going to see if this works.
We're going to try something live. Oh,
well, damn.
aren't we fancy?
Quite what I was trying to do.
Was we going to be able to see Jeremiah?
No, we will not be
Oh.
able to see Jeremiah.
It's because he's got an
People
Android.
don't want to see my face that close.
But it looks like we'd have to go 3 up like this just to have him on the
Yeah.
screen.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way. All right, kick it off. Let's kick it off.
Man,
Bam.
it's like
Jeremiah, how are you?
musical
That's right.
chairs.
Jeremiah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you this evening?
Oh, you know, dealing with the snow.
Oh, we don't have snow right now. We got rain. But
You know,
let's see. I'm going to start the questions with if you were a new breeder today, you didn't start. How many years have you been a breeder?
going on 7, I think. Almost 7 years.
7 years. And did you start with the American Bully?
Yeah, I started off. My first 2 dogs was a Merle Bully and a Merle Frenchie. I started off with 2 bulls.
Okay,
I bought both of
Oh.
them from the same breeder.
nice. And
So
then
when I
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, and then so that got you started, and then you did. Oh, Dina's back.
Sorry, I was getting a phone call.
That's all right. And you
But
did
I didn't get
What do
the
you-
answer. Go ahead.
one of your. So what was your first breeding? What was one of your first breedings?
Actually, my first breeding was to Grim,
Was it?
Grim the big girl.
Okay.
So what happened was when I first got in the game, I bought the bully Merle. I first seen Merle dogs. I was like, I thought they were fake, you know. I was like, what the fuck is this dog? So I was asking a buddy, and he's like, yeah, that's a Merle. I'm like, Merle. So I started researching, and I really liked them. So I started trying to chase that Merle, and I was looking for breeders, and I found a lady up in Atlanta, up outside of Atlanta, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, named Kim Taylor. I linked up with her. She's been in the bully game for years, and I see she had a good name by her, and I bought a couple dogs from her. And in the meantime, I'm looking for a stud to breed to the Merles, because I was trying to build like that Dax on the Merle. This is like in 2000. This one people didn't like fucking Merles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People didn't like
Right.
Merles in 2017 or whatever it was. So I was looking that was my vision back then. So that's how I reached out to James that owns Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna buy a male from him off that Big Girl Back to Rocco litter, and he posted up Big Girl for sale. In the meantime, I waited for this puppy to, be winged for me to buy him, to come and get him. He posted up Big Girl for sale, and I seen it, and I was looking at her on Facebook off his page. And I'm like, man, she's badass. So I hit him back and I said, hey, I'm interested in buying that dog. He's like, well, I got about a few people want to buy her. I was like, I don't care. I said, I'll buy her now. He's like, well, she ain't ready for 30 days or so. I said, that's fine. I'll take my deposit. I don't want the mail. I'm going to buy her instead. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. I bought Big Girl. And then he told me to bring her back to Rocco. And then when I seen Rocco and Grim at the same time at Julie Wilson, the Wilson's farm. It's not too far from me. I seen Grim and Rocco together. I like Rocco. He was badass, but Grim just blew my mind. I was like, I had to go to Grim. So
yeah,
Grim is a fabulous dog. Fabulous.
Nothing wrong with Rocco. I just Grim that was my dog,
But I think everybody has their certain look that they're looking for.
He was a beautiful dog,
Well, I mean, it's a testament to a stud to outproduce himself with a dog.
You gotta realize this is one
that other people like better.
Grim wasn't really hot at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody was telling me if you breed two black dogs together, color wasn't really the big thing at that point. It was starting to come around to color, but it wasn't like color was everybody wasn't chasing color as much at that point in time. And they're like, well, if you breed to a black dog to a black dog, more likely you're gonna get black. I said, I don't give a fuck what I get off this dog. I want that dog right there. I don't care what color he comes out.
That's everybody's ultimate dream, to make another Grim.
Right.
Okay. At what point in the game did you know Golden Child was the one? Were you at a show? Were you at a stack off? I can personally speak. The first time I saw Golden Child, I was literally blown away.
Was that in Davenport?
The first
ABKC show.
that was Iowa.
I saw him there, but where he truly stood out was Jacksonville.
I think Jacksonville. I never brought Grim out or Golden Child out.
Then it was Iowa.
It was Iowa. It was when I think we did that stack off with Luca Brasi, Cash, Grim was there. Was you guys there that day?
Yeah, but who did you have in Jacksonville?
That was Cash.
Cash. He had Cash.
Okay, Cash. Is that who you called Shamrock out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Golden Child wasn't. Everybody was at Golden Child was just starting
to come up Iowa show,
at Jacksonville.
Yes.
That's when he starting to hit that. He wasn't even hitting. I mean, everybody knew about him. A lot of people knew about him, but nobody never got to see him because I never brought him out. First time I ever brought Golden Child out was to Davenport, Iowa, to that show where we had Grim, Luca Brasi, Cash Money, and Golden Child, and Big Tim Soap was stacking Golden Child. I had Cash, Sam had Grim, and Bernard had Luca. We all stacked them up in that.
Right.
When Golden Child's first show he ever came out to was in Davenport.
I do remember. You left a lasting impression on me in Jacksonville. I will say it was you that left that impression on me in Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville, I was on.
Ooh, Jeremiah.
He always leaves an impression.
He does. But you know what?
Yeah.
Jeremiah and I don't care who hears this. Jeremiah is one person on a stack stage, and Jeremiah is somebody different off of that stack stage. A lot of people want to link those two together, and that's not the same person. When he's on the stage, he's basically, what do you call it, in costume. You know what I mean? That they want to judge Jeremiah by that, and that is not the true Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah?
No. I get a lot of people that meet me in person are like, dude, I thought you was an arrogant fuck.
Right. And you're not. You have
Yeah.
a huge heart. Look how many times you have went out here and let them raffle off, you know, or even put together something to help the kids that don't have anything or don't have wrestling shoes, or, you know, I think
Yeah.
that's the Jeremiah that people really need to get behind.
You know, and not a lot of people don't realize, like, well, you know, between, you know, Tyler, Cream Dunn, and Brad Beard Williams.
Yes.
I mean, we put almost over in the last year and a half. I think we've almost did almost $80,000-$90,000.
I remember one was like $40,000 or something.
They're both over 40-something thousand.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, I think a lot of people don't recognize that Jeremiah with a big heart. They just, you know, they know the Jeremiah who gets on the live and calls out everybody. But, you know, I think people need to separate the two. This is Jeremiah at work, and this is Jeremiah at home. And there is a difference. Like,
No,
I always tell people I have to channel my inner Jeremiah when I get on the stack stage, but I don't have that in me.
no, you got to get in. You need to. I don't think you're doing quite enough. You need to get in their ass.
But
Like if I was a new guy, this is what I would do. If I was the new guy coming up on the scene right now, and Dina was the stack queen, and I'm gonna take my dog, and I notice people do not want to stack against 7. I took Cash and stacked them right against Shamrock. I said, let me get over. You go back and watch the video. Let me get next to this big motherfucker. I made motherfuckers move to get next to this dog to show the world, because Arthur was talking shit the whole time, which, you know, that's, you know, Arthur's a good guy. I'm not downplaying him, right? But he was talking shit at the time. I'm like, I want to put my dog against this big motherfucker. And that's where Cash shined. Jacksonville,
yeah,
he came alive that day.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Now, Cash is the product of that big girl Grimm breeding, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
absolutely, yeah.
And I always thought, you know, when I saw Cash, obviously I was super impressed with him. But do you think Cash kind of, like, because of Golden Child, maybe did they have 2 different markets, or do you feel like, you know, Cash was always in
I got the
competition?
back seat. Cash got a lot of the back seat. If Cash would have came out a sister color, you know, his sister came out chocolate, he came out blue. If there was flip flop, that would have ruled the bully community.
Right.
I mean, there was anything on color with that dog, with the mass he had. You know, like I said, I didn't hide it. We moved all over the world with that dog. You know, we put people in closets. You know what I'm saying? Not to be funny, we send people into hiding when we were running Cash around the world. Now everybody's I wish I had Cash out here, because I'd be right up against you guys. Come on, let's get it in.
I got you.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
you know,
that's what the
everybody
culture is
goes
about,
through it. I don't
though.
do those call outs. I do stack up with a lot of people. I don't do call outs, unlike you, you know, and maybe I fall short in the program that way, but it's just not my style. Like, I respect everybody's dog who gets on the stage, every person who gets on the stage, because believe it or not, you know, that's very nerve wracking, not only for you, but what you're putting your dog through. You know, it's a stressful situation. I don't think a lot of people understand. It's fun. I mean, 7 and I have an absolute blast. But the fear is what's going to come out on Facebook once you step off that stage. And I've come to understand that I don't care. So
Right.
how did you handle all of that? How did you handle the negativity?
You know what? It was new to me. That's why you probably seen the more aggressive me. You know what I mean? The people that didn't take shit, and, you know, because I didn't know.
Where you go?
When I came back from Jacksonville, Florida, and, you know, Con went live on me and shit, I had hundreds of people. You know, there was 700-800 people on that view on his live. just dogging me, bro. You know what I mean? Just
Do
dogging
you,
me.
do
You
you
know?
ever look back at that and think, man, I wish I just didn't even acknowledge that?
Nah,
Okay.
nah, because
Now,
it is
see, I
what it is. I don't
do.
take nothing, yeah, I don't take nothing. When I do something, I don't take it back. You know, I've been to
Right.
prison. I don't take it back. It made me who I am today. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
I ain't going to prison. Okay. I mean, not
no, but
anytime
I'm
soon.
just saying that I don't take nothing back. I don't, my past is my past, and I
But do you
learned from
handle
my
it? Do
mistakes.
you handle it differently now?
Yeah. I don't, like, a lot of people, like, just for instance, we'll just use the other day, the bully hip shit, right? People were posting shit on Facebook about Golden Child and moving that video of with his dick hanging out and shit. You know what I mean? People don't realize that's his peckers hanging out. We just got done making money, but
Right.
people don't realize that. But what I'm trying to say to you, that's the truth because you guys were there.
I
You
can
Dina
vouch
and
for that.
Roger,
Every time I see that video, I'm just like, is nobody looking?
that's Roger in the video.
I
If
was
you
really,
listen right in
I
that
was,
video,
I was
that's Roger
there.
standing there.
I
Roger
was,
was standing right there in the video.
Yeah, he
I
walked
don't know
right up to
why
me.
they keep
Yeah,
posting
he
that
walked right
video.
up to you. But people don't understand that, so they just want to, they want to downplay a legend. But that's fine.
But I mean,
You know,
you can't if you're a breeder of any sort and you're watching that video and you've ever collected a dog, you 1000% know why he's walking that way. Collect the dog, watch it walk. They're all mine walk just like that after they've been collected. You know, when you
everybody
got your stuff
wants to
hanging
sit there
out.
and talk shit and run their mouth. But you know what? A year and a half ago, what would I've been doing, Dina? I've been on their ass talking shit, been in the
Well,
comments.
I mean, I'm not
This
gonna lie
time
to you.
I'm cool.
It bothers me when they post that video because I know he was
Hey,
being
when they post
collected
that
that day.
video, they're just doing is all they're doing is just keep. As I learned, Bashar told me one day. I talk shit. Me and Bashar, we have a love-hate situation, but
Right.
I always give Bashar credit. Bashar sat down and told me one day, he's like, listen to me. He said, if you don't ever listen to anything I say, listen to this. When they hate you, they love you, and they're gonna spend money with you regardless. So if they don't like your dog, somebody else is gonna like it, and somebody's gonna spend money with you. So doing the stack off with me, and we go out here and we do this, we all won. At the end of the day, we all won.
That's true.
I won. I won. And I take.
Well,
I
I've been to a lot of shows with you. I've seen you at a lot of shows. We've been together at a lot of shows. Never, not one time, did I witness you walk into a show with a megaphone or anything and be like, "Hey, come lock him in, give me all your money." Blah blah blah. I never saw that. What I saw, and I can personally speak on your behalf, is people bum rush you the second you hit the door with Golden Child. So, I mean, if I were in your shoes, that negativity would mean nothing to me. I would never even.
don't anymore. I don't. I don't play
Not worth
with
it.
people that want to talk shit about Golden Child. I just won't fuck with you no more. That's all to it,
I
because
mean, look how many
you're
babies
not playing.
has on the
It's like
ground.
you're talking about my kid. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
I'm not gonna. One thing about me, you never see me downplay. Maybe with Bashar, me and Bashar had a little. It was more of a, but outside of Bashar, he talked a lot of shit about my dog. So yeah, I got probably one
That's a
time.
game that you and he
You
played
never see me
together.
downplay people's dogs, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, that's a game you and he played together. And
Right.
I mean, like anybody that wants to stack up, I'll stack up with anybody. But I'll tell you up front, I'm not one to do that Facebook back and forth. My dog's better than your dog. I think your dog's great. I think my dog's great. We're all allowed to have our own opinions. But I honest to God can say I like the way you're handling the negativity now. Because to me, if you give them 2 seconds of your time, they win. And it's just not worth it. But aside from all that, as a breeder of most popular dog around, how do you handle
The baddest dog around. Go ahead.
okay, the baddest dog. Sorry. How do you handle when G is super busy? Like I know right now, he's closed
Stressful.
because he is so busy. It's stressful on him. It's stressful on you. I think, some people sometimes think, oh my goodness, they just couldn't get the semen out to me. I think a lot of people don't understand what a popular stud owner goes through. So just tell us a little bit about that.
You know, like when Golden Child first hit the scene, it's like he hit the ground running. Like there was no stopping him. You know, everything we just like boom, boom, boom. We went to Rumble in the Jungle and it blew up. And from there, just like we're breeding to exotics, American bullies. I mean, this dog was what Sam Liam told me couldn't be done was done. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, dude, American bullies to exotics will use this dog. And that was no fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like that dog just would not stop. And he was young. And for him to keep up for all the breeds, it was just too much for him. You know, that's why we had to raise him from 25 to 4 to 6 to 10 to close. Because we had to close him to stop him, or this dog would probably be dead.
Right.
Well, he still has tons and tons of breedings.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I think, if I remember, last was like, I mean, he is like this close to producing as many offspring as Dax.
He's
I mean,
probably
this is
got more.
crazy.
As we speak
Well, I
right now,
haven't
he's
seen
probably
the new numbers.
got to register their litters.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive.
When you started promoting Golden Child, how often were you out going to a show?
Me and Bernard Tony and my son, we were traveling the world. I mean, we were at a big show. We went to the, you know, besides Louisiana was just like, it wasn't a big show, but it was because we got to stack K2 there. But like, it was a nice, decent size outdoor show. But we were in every big show you can find, you know, from here to South Carolina to fucking Louisiana to Florida 3-4 times. You know, all over the fucking place, right? Everywhere.
And probably, would you say that was probably more a key to promoting him than posting photos online? Like literally,
yeah, because
you were out for weeks.
Yeah, because people got to, you know, when people's live videos are going, because when I always try to tell people, man, like I notice a lot of these shows, they fail because I'll get to that point, but a lot of these shows don't get a big boost of really what they are because a lot of people don't go live. When I get Golden Child out there, I'm in front of big crowds. I want to be in the front of big crowds. I want to be in front of hundreds of phones because everybody's going live. When they're seeing Golden Child stack off against some of the baddest exotics in the world, I mean, if you don't follow exotics, but he's been against the dude from Florida, what's his name? He's been against the Woo. He's been against Stan Lee. He's been against Matt Martin's dog Boulder. I mean, he's been against a lot of fucking badass dogs. Hell, when I went to fucking Ohio, them motherfuckers started pulling dogs off because they didn't want to stack against him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he was that fucking crazy.
Right.
You know, he's getting older now. You know, he still looks good, but he ain't what he was 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's like, is he 4 now?
He's just over 4, yeah.
A little over 4.
Damn, time flies.
So from, what would you say, about a year old, I guess you picked up and
10 months.
Got on the road?
10 months.
Okay.
That was when you seen him in Davenport. Mm-hmm. That was 10 months old.
Okay.
And then from there we went to Texas. And when we hit June Williams show Rumble in the Jungle, it just blew up.
Okay. So at some point you've established enough of a reputation with the dog. You've been to enough shows, enough people have seen him. And at that point you didn't need to take him everywhere all the time.
I was more like Dina. I think Dina can maybe understand what I'm coming from now. A lot of people don't understand. It's like you guys in a show ring, right? You don't have to take your dog and take them all over the world when you've already champed them out, but you do because you like it, right? You guys, you like that, you know. It's the same thing, you know. It's the same drive, same rush, you know what I mean? But probably a little bit more on it.
The dog likes to go. If I open that van door right now, someone's like, "Let's go."
You know, a lot of people, you know, it's like Dina. How you feel after you win a fucking $20,000 stack off? How do you feel?
Ever so blessed.
Right.
Like
when I went to Texas, I was winning $6,000-$8,000 at a time. I'd go up there and I would take all the dogs out. I would take all the money. See, that's where they thought I pull up with this badass dog and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll bet you." Oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. I started dropping thousands on the table. Proven fact. This is on live videos.
I think I've seen.
dog and you put money on it behind its ass. Yeah, we got all that money. You know.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. You know, it felt good taking people's money.
Right. Now, how are, because personally, I've never been to Rumble in the Jungle, so I'm curious, how are those stack offs decided? Do they have judges? Is it crowd decision, or how's it work?
Oh, see, I never really did like the stack offs we did wasn't like you're the winner, right? It's June's was more set up in the ring. So basically, like if we do like we're doing this Golden Child, it's not really a stack off. It's just basically like they'll put you in that show ring and then they're just gonna pick the best Golden Child. You know what I mean? That's really like the stack offs is what we were warming up just to fucking keep us busy over there while they are running the fun show. Cause I don't do the fun show shit. You know what I mean? I don't get into the confirmation side of it. So we were running the stack offs over there. We were just, you know, putting badass dogs against badass dogs, you know. I've never, you know, I did one where it wasn't a stack off. It was just like, who's the best dog, you know?
Right.
It really wasn't a stack off, you know what I mean? So.
Okay. So that kind of like the stack offs you were doing on the side, that was one thing.
Yeah. Just kind of like,
show, when it came
just
to the show.
Side betting.
Stack off, yeah.
A little side betting.
Yeah.
Little side betting. Han, I know all about that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then you went from Iowa, where we saw him, to Texas, and then
I was in Texas like 4 times with G.
Okay. Yeah, in Florida. So I think the point we're bringing on to that, because we kind of the same thing when we were talking to Wilcox about Cowboy, was like, get on the road. Like, you got to get on the road. As many times as we've had, it's funny because as many times as we've had 7 on a stack stage at show after show after show, there's still tons of people that A, think he's a standard, and B, just don't realize how big this dog is. You know what I mean? Like we're at a show and we pull him out of the kennel and they're like, oh my God, I had no idea, you know? So as much as you think you've shown your dog enough, you probably haven't. Like you probably still need to keep going.
Yeah.
I think everybody wants to put, everybody wants to put eyes and hands on the dog.
Absolutely. When I saw G, my introduction to G was that video that Sam put out there with him and the Frenchie. As soon as I saw that video, I'm like, I need to see this dog in person.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the Ohio Bully Showcase when I did, and you know, the videos and the pictures didn't do him justice. That boy is a muscled up, compact bully, you know. And if anybody knows our program here, that's what we love: short, thick, compact dogs.
I had his sister. See, I heard on somebody's live, I think it was your live actually, somebody said that all his sisters were bigger. It's not true. I had one, her name was MJ, it was Golden Child's litter mate. I bought her first before I owned Golden Child. I picked her out from off a screenshot off fucking Sam's phone, talking to him. She was so muscled up. She was more muscled up than Golden Child was. And she ended up having some health issues and shit. And I ended up pet homing her and stuff because I didn't want to breed her because of the issues. And so I just pet homed her and whatever. But man, she was a freak. She was a freak. Now, all the other sisters, like Seven's mom and all them, they were the taller ones of the bunch. But Golden Child and MJ, her name was MJ. She was short and freaky. She was crazy.
Han got some short freaky dog over there. Little Debbie, my little pancake. Those are my babies.
Yeah, but if anybody knows that, I mean, geez,
I had the whole litter on. I almost had the whole litter but Smoke. I think I had everyone but Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke was gone already when I had the whole litter at one time.
Right.
Now we know.
I mean, Remy's a monster.
Yes.
Right. And,
so Remy was the one Bernard.
Right.
Yeah.
Remy was the one Bernard had.
That's
Seven's mom. Yeah.
Not
a lot of people know that.
Huh?
Not a lot of people know that Seven's mom.
Remy?
Yeah, Remy. Golden Child.
Remy looks like a stud.
Yeah.
If you look at Seven, now after Dina said something, I was looking at Seven after me and Dina was talking the other day, after we said something about Coco, I went back, and that's why I think Golden Child gets a lot of his look too from Coco a lot. You know,
Seven looks
Obviously
exactly
looks
like
like Graham,
Coco.
but he does look a lot like Coco a lot myself.
Coco was a producer. Like
Seven.
everybody wants to. I mean, the Zero is a fantastic, but that combination of the two was magical for me. You know what I mean? That was exactly what I was looking for. Like right now, I want
litter. They were reindeers.
Yeah.
That whole litter was reindeers.
Well, I mean,
when I was going to Chicago a lot, I would stop down at Sam's niece's house because I had Boss. I bought Boss on a with Sam on a co-own. So I stopped down at his niece because she was whelping the litter off of Boss, and I'd go down there and see him, and I'd see Seven. All of them were there, and Sam's like, I was like, where'd you get these Great Danes at, bro?
yeah. Well, when we picked Seven, it was over a FaceTime call. You know, I mean,
oh no,
I don't know.
You got to trust the blood. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's what I tell people all the time when they
I
look
would
at
have
Seven.
owned every one of them, but
Well, when you look, I tell people when you look at Seven, suppose you have to give a dog time. Seven was 7 pounds at 8 weeks old.
Right.
7 pounds. My Magic Mike daughter, which was I think a week older than him, she was double his weight. She was 14 pounds. Now she's still a big girl, but she's no 7. You know, you truly have to give a dog time to mature. You can't already start looking at a dog, even at 6 months, 8 months. You're really not going to know what that dog is till it's about a year old. For instance, today I came home. Roger had Future outside, and I looked at him and I thought, I haven't seen him for 2 days. I thought, well, who is that dog, and why is he so big? I walked into. I said, Roger, what happened to Future? Like he swelled up, and he just turned a year old, and he's still changing every day. Seven is still getting wider every day.
Yeah, he's only 2 years old.
He's not even 3 yet.
He's a puppy.
No, Seven's only 2. He's only 2.
Yeah. Wait till he hits 3. He'll be a whole different dog.
It's crazy.
Right when we came back from Jacksonville, Florida, or Naples, Florida, doing that stack off with Cash. Cash wasn't quite 3 at that time. I think we were up there, but right before he died, I had G and Cash up there in Chicago doing a breeding up there, and it was the last time I froze Cash that day. And I had them on a live video, and their backs to each, their backs were to me on the live, and I'm like, holy fuck, Cash just looked retarded in that video, man. I was like, he just made like 2 a G. That's where like, his back was that wide, and he was just a little over 3 at that time, and he wasn't much over 3 when he passed away. So
now, so do you think, like you mentioned about about Cash being blue being the issue, or one of the issues for him, but really I don't know if that's because there's other successful blues in the community.
I mean, he was a $1 million dog.
Yeah, they just have to throw color. I think really it was just Golden Child was making such a stink, and for them to be in the same house, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and it kind of worked both ways, right? So, like, I go up there to, I would go up to Chicago. I was in Chicago every other day. Yeah, I used to see you guys up there all the time. We used to see each other all the time, and so I'm in Chicago almost every other day. If we wasn't doing a breeding, we was doing something, And so, anyways, I would take Cash and G up there with me, and a lot of people would, I would freeze Cash up there while I was breeding G or something like that, or vice versa. But anyways, they're like, I seen guys that said, man, they seen Cash, like, I want to use that dog over this dog. I tell them, I say, listen, I always tell people, I was always honest with people. Look, Cash don't throw color. That motherfucker's insane, but he don't throw color. And then people are chasing color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was the problem with Cash. If Cash was a lilac tri, a fucking color Golden Child, or fucking even if he like Brim's a blue dog that threw color. Yeah. If Cash threw color, I would have been rich.
Yeah. Max throws color. Max,
Huh?
we
Max-
run into the same thing with 7 and
It's hard to
ultras.
push a blue dog.
It is.
You know, it really is.
Even a dog
Especially
that with like, I mean, Mac throws chocolate and lilac and try, and we have offspring to prove it. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
people still see blue and they're like, eh. So
Which, in all honestly,
You know, but
that was my first
these
pick.
people don't know, like these people don't realize that, like, you have to chase the structure. You have to chase what you're looking for first.
right.
You have to lock your traits in what you're looking for. Then you can always put the color on it so easy. Like
Right.
if you take a 5-time golden child and you run it back to a blue dog, and you say that blue dog, you're looking for that rear, you're obviously going to carry, it's going to be, your puppy's going to carry the color. You know what I'm saying? You just got to overlook, you got to look past that shit. You know what I'm saying? People don't look past the structure of the, you know, because a 5-time golden child, that bitch, you could breed it to a pit bull and it probably fucking produce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nice.
The thing about a lot of these stuff, people, they're coming up. Yeah, your dog can look beautiful. It could be the best looking dog in the world. But can them fucking nuts produce? That's the question.
Right.
One thing I know about Cash, his nuts produced. He threw a lot of big bitches. He got some nice males out there, but he threw badass bitches.
Yeah.
Just like he was like Big Boy. Big Boy didn't throw, I tell James to his face, Big Boy didn't throw no fucking legend males, but he threw badass bitches.
Right.
And what do you need to create a badass male?
A badass bitch.
There you go.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Han speaks. Han, you got any questions?
I'm just listening. You know,
No, you go on.
it's not very often you get, you know, Jeremiah in a format where, you know, we can pick his brain, people
Yeah.
can ask us questions, you know. I mean, he promoted and pushed one of the baddest dogs of all time, you know.
Yeah.
So
More than push
Even
two
for-
badass dogs.
right, no,
Oh, absolutely.
but you know, when someone with that kind of experience speaks, you got to pay attention.
Right.
know.
Absolutely.
You gotta look at it like this. You know, I always give Sam Liam credit for producing Golden Child, but I'm the one that made Golden Child who he is. Golden Child was produced by Sam Liam, and Sam Liam is probably, and I always say he's probably the baddest fucking breeder out here today, because he got every dog from every level, from the fucking 0s to the 7s to the Machiavellis to the Luca Brasis to such and such to Golden Child, all the way down to the midgets. You know what I'm saying? He's got every fucking, you know.
He's like a mad scientist.
Tell me one other stud owner
that.
that's really killing the game, that dogs are really, really working, that you actually can see in person, that's doing what Sam Liam's doing today. Tell me.
Well, talking about Sam, I mean, there's not one of us here on this live that haven't been blessed by this man. I mean, not
Absolutely.
only in dogs, in knowledge. We co-own dogs with him, and he's not one of those co-owners that's like, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You know what? He lets you do your own thing. And he's never like on you. But if you need help, he's right there, backing you up 1,000%. You know, and I see people say things about Sam. They don't know Sam. They don't know that man's heart. They don't know where he comes from, what he's been through, or what he's going to go through. But what I can tell you is that all of us right here have been blessed because of that man. We would not have what we have today had it not been.
Probably most of the people watching this have been blessed by Sam.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, okay, so he gets busy. He's got his life. He's got kids. He's got a wife. People get upset they can't get a hold of him, but he is literally, for real, so busy. You know, he can't stop. If he did, it would be all day, every day, nonstop. He would have no life because of the way he has blessed this community. I mean, I know Jeremiah promoted the dog. We promoted 7, Machiavelli, Ultras, but we would not have that blessing without him.
That's one thing Sam doesn't do, is he don't take credit for what you do.
No,
I mean, like,
he does not.
No.
And
he doesn't do that.
like a lot of people said,
I don't take credit
like,
for producing a dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
No.
I always
No.
tell people Sam Lee produced this dog. You know, he produced one of the. And I always get mad at Sam because it's not because it's weird. And we'll tap in this a little bit. I don't want to get into it too much, but I used to get mad at Sam because I feel like his lane is more the show side. It's not more of the exotic side. And Golden Child falls in that exotic. So I'm always doing these big stack offs with like K2s, and I could never get that dude to come out. I'm like, man, come and stand behind this motherfucker. Let's go fuck these dudes up. You know, and that's just not who he is.
No,
That's
it's
not his
not.
style. No.
You know what? And I can vouch for that because at the stack off in Jacksonville, I can remember me creeping clear up to the front, and I'm video, and I'm like, well, where is Sam and Roger? They're clear back in the back by the curtains.
Yeah,
they're the same.
They want to be a part of that shit.
People start throwing elbows. I'm like, I'm going to the back. I don't know about all this. But
yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's a valid point that you bring up, is that the fact that if Sam would have kept Golden Child, it would have been the situation would have been completely different.
Yeah, because you've never seen a dog.
Yeah, the best thing he could have done for that dog
and you
was to put that dog in your hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, he knows those things. You know, I talk to, you know, and we have some co-owns, and I have learned to co-own from Sam. So, you know, I'm not calling my co-owners. You know, if you send me pictures, I'm going to post up the dog. But could you imagine if Sam had to post every dog he co-owned with?
Yeah.
That'd be all he did all day long.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, and this is where, and people don't understand this, and none of you guys take this offense because this don't mean, because me and Dean has already talked about this before, but
listen,
like,
I'll beat you up.
When you see Golden Child is, you know, probably one of the number one studs in the world out there producing, I always look for Sam to be behind him, but then you'll look over to the right and you'll see him over there with 7 or Mac or 0, or I'm thinking, what the fuck, you know? And me and him have literally been round and round. Dina knows this. I mean,
maybe he don't like how you get on violent and whatnot.
But it is what it is. It's just not his lane. And I get that. You know, it's not a while to learn to get that, because I'm one of them dudes, I stand behind what I say. You know what I mean? That's all to it. I'm gonna stand behind it. And I feel like it's not Sam's lane, but
you can't fault him for that.
Coming to the jungle though.
Right. Well, the other thing too is, as a co-owner, I think he looks at, okay, Golden Child is in your hands and he's taken care of, right?
Yeah.
And then he's got newer co-owners that probably need more attention.
Yeah.
To help them get their shit kicked off.
Right? And I get that.
Yeah, and I think that's probably more of what that was than anything. And
yeah, Jeremiah, you're a seasoned veteran. Give us
a break. At some point, he'll probably be the same way for us. You know, he's just gonna not. You'll be like busy.
Well, I mean, it is right now, and you know, looking back when 7 won the $20,000 stack off, you know, everybody expected that, you know, Sam was going to post stuff about it. I didn't ask him to, because, you know, he does what he wants to do. But, you know, one thing he said to me was, I don't want to take away from your shine, because everybody in this bully community knows and respects him. And I respect that as well. But my win is his win. My win is Jeremiah's win. My win is Hannah's win. And, you know, because we're a close-knit, my win is Han's win. I mean, Han was right there. You know what I mean? We're such a close-knit group. If Golden Child wins, I win. If Cowboy wins, I win. If 0 wins, I win. You'd have thought 0 was my dog when he won nationals. You know what I mean? And it's just, we all get behind each other. And I mean, honestly, I get behind everybody. To be 1,000 mean or not mean, you know, I can't be that way.
You know, I feel like I push that blood more than anybody. It maybe not so much now, but I'm talking about when I was pushing that blood between Big Boy and Graham, like, so hard, you know. And that's what kills me the most today is, like, you know, I had one shot at fucking, you know, maybe recreating Cash, you know, but I feel like I got fucked out of that deal. But
you can't live in the past of that, though. You have so many opportunities ahead of you.
It's like Cash was one of the dogs that's, you know, You know, up till I just seen Big Boss. You know, like I haven't seen Seven, so I can't speak on Seven till I put my eyes on him. So don't.
Oh, you put more than your eyes on him.
But what I'm saying to you is like, I have to see a dog that wows me, and Big Boss was one of them dogs just recently just wowed me, and I didn't think I'd get to see that dog ever again. And I think you're gonna see something amazing. I'm not saying he's gonna be bigger than Seven. But I think them two are gonna be head to head stack off winners
You
right
know,
there down the line.
I mean, Seven is the big dog right now. Seven is a big dog. There's going to be another big dog. There's going to be another
But
stack
that's not really
queen
true.
or
It's not really
king or,
true.
you know, and you have to always know that in the back of your mind. I mean, if you thought the day that I hit that Jacksonville stack off to mess with Roger and Machiavelli that I thought we were going to win, you're crazy. I mean, you have to always know and
Yeah.
I
I'm
say
like,
you have to know and respect the state.
yeah. I had that shit in the bag, man. What the hell?
You lost your wife.
You have to respect everybody who steps up there. Everybody's up there and truly believes in
What I'm
the
trying to
dog
say
and
to you
loves
is,
the
like,
dog.
I'm glad to see these dogs coming back around because
Yeah.
that's what we're lacking is the most extreme dogs. Like, yeah, you get midget dogs like, you know, Golden Child, 9-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch. I like that 15-inch, big 20. I bet Big Boss I have a 28-inch head before it's all said and done. Big dome, crazy back, crazy shoulders, 12.5, 13-inch bone. I mean, fucking pop can's 8.5 inches or something. That's like a big golf glass or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Cash had 12.5-inch bone.
Now, see, I never,
Zach
like,
Roberts-
up until the stack offs, I never even dreamed that I would measure my dog. I had no clue. I didn't know what to do, you know? Everybody's like, well, how tall is he? I mean, when he was first wicketed,
16 inches.
when he was first wicketed, they wicketed him at 17 inches. But as he got bigger and wider, I had QK and Jim and Sam wicket him. He's 16.5 inches. So
What's
he's
tall
still a
as
pocket.
bucket?
He's probably 110 pounds now.
But they don't realize he's got that Golden Child bloodline, and so he can go both ways with you.
Yeah.
If you run him to an XL, he might throw some ass on an XL. If you breed him to a smaller bitch, he's gonna breed down.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing about Zero that what made me think that whole litter, because I've seen that litter, is because of the dad, Mark Wahlberg. But if you ever seen Mark Wahlberg after he went through his pop, that motherfucker was bad.
Yeah.
I tried buying him.
And those remedies, you know, Bernard and Sam, when they put that breeding together, I mean, I can't speak of the other litter mates, but I mean, I can speak of Seven. I see him every day. I am truly blessed. I'm blessed that Sam trusted me and Roger enough to even allow us to own that dog.
Yeah.
You know, that dog could have went to anybody. So the fact that Sam allows us to go out,
it's more likely it would have went to a pet home.
Yeah,
maybe.
That'd been crazy.
But
imagine that shit. Well, they say some of the baddest dogs are on people's couches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, a lot of them dogs I think went to pet homes though.
Yeah, and Lord knows what they look like now. I'd love to see.
Didn't one go overseas? I think one went overseas though.
Might have.
I don't
I think
know.
one went overseas, but some of them were going to pet homes. Because I noticed for a fact, Sam says, "Find me some pet homes."
Yeah.
I remember them fuckers are like, but
I mean, a lot of the reason Seven looks like he does is because he gets conditioned every day.
Yeah.
Every day he's out here running 5 acres of land, completely fenced in, doing what he wants to do, up and down hills. You know, it's not science. You just have to take care of the dog properly.
You got to put in the work.
Yeah, it goes back, you know, to his mom. I mean, he looks so much like his grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, he looks so much like Coco.
When I seen Coco first time in my life, Sam's like, "Man, I gotta use the bathroom. Hold her real quick." That bitch started pulling me down the sidewalk. That bitch was a bull, Jack. I swear to God.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
I mean, you look a lot of the top dogs, and you're gonna find Coco in there.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know,
I got a pedigree over here together. I got Coco and fucking Big Girl in one pet over here. And let me tell you, this bitch is bad. You know what I'm saying? So you have two fucking badass bitches in one pad.
Yeah.
You already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
primarily, are you keeping right now? Or are you just keeping females behind? Or you got any?
Man, you know
young
what? I ain't gonna
studs?
lie to you. I got a few badass bitches laying around, but I bred 1 to 7. My big boy daughter, remember that one? Because my guy didn't Chris come down there to you guys or something?
yeah.
Yeah. We bred. That's the last breeding I did was with you guys, and it didn't take.
Right.
And I just I think he got busy. You know, I'm the only one in the motherfucking. A lot of people probably knew or but they don't know about the big boy blood. But if you don't, you wish you would. But that big boy blood is they produce big bitches, and I got one up there with Christopher York up in Nashville, Tennessee. She's insane for a female.
So are you
she got a 25-inch head on her.
Are you going to get back to breeding?
Yeah, I need to reach out. You know what? After losing cash, I just I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost. I ain't gonna lie.
And I
we
know
all
that,
yeah.
you know, and
I was
some
out
people
the game.
don't understand it. But that's a huge loss. That was your production. That's a huge loss.
Well, you know, because then I was trying to come back, and then I got into a con, and I was trying to fucking get Sam to con Santa and let me use Grim and try to, you know, make my way back to the game. Because I'm trying to think, all right, I
But
already
you don't
knew.
have to do that to make your way back to the game. You have
Here's
You're
the
already
thing,
in the game, bro.
Here's the one thing I do know. Big Girl produced with Grim. Every puppy was fucking crazy off that litter. There wasn't one dog. She only threw one male, and the rest were females. All the bitches. Roger, when I stacked you with Machiavelli up there, was Machiavelli blowing Karma out the water? Let's be real.
I mean, he was bigger, but
yeah,
he was
I know,
bigger, but
for a
he looked
female,
good.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm sitting there holding my own with Get You males, correct?
Right. Yeah, I'd give her that for sure.
Yeah, motherfuckers would think that was a male up there if you didn't know better, you know. Yep. I'm bringing her back down. I'm on rematch with you, motherfucker.
You bring. Remember what I told you, Jeremiah?
Bring
Rumble.
Oh, you can have it.
Hey, I want all the smoke.
All right.
What is that? Okay, explain that to me. Why does everybody want all the smoke? I ain't got no smoke. I'll bring you a McDonald's cheeseburger.
In the jungle, I'm gonna be on one that day. You probably.
Okay, so what's it? Why is everybody saying I want all the smoke?
I want all the problems, Dina.
Well, then you don't want me because I'm the last thing from a problem. I'm like, nice dog. Thanks for stacking up.
But Karma, like I had her against Trapzilla that day. I put her against all the fucking males. Trap, Machiavelli, Pound Cake, fucking Kronos. I had her against Kronos. The bitch is a fucking for real she-male.
She is nice.
Only bitch I've seen out bigger than her at that time. I'm talking about that time. There's different times now. But that time was Daisy, the one I bred the golden child. Holy fuck, that bitch was insane. She was too big. That bitch was crazy. Her one thigh would be 2 of Karma's. I'm not shitting.
She is a big girl. I've seen her.
You seen her in person?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw her in Chicago. So if you had advice for a new up-and-comer, what would it be? Where would you tell them to go?
Where would I tell them to go?
Yeah, like would you tell them to produce a show dog? Would you tell them to produce a stack?
I'm not a show dog person, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Just keep it real.
Okay.
Tell me how many fucking show dogs are really out there making the big money.
Very few.
Okay.
I mean, zero.
If you're coming in the game for money, then I will go for that smaller, crazier, freakier dog.
Right.
That
does seem to be where people want to go. But then I noticed, like, I mean, I don't care what people say on Facebook, but, you know, then they want to go tear down the dog. They want to breed to the dog, but then they want to tear down the dog. And I mean, I can't get behind that.
Well, I mean,
you know why they do that, though? I'm going to tell you why they do that. because, like, for instance, you guys know the problems I was having with Golden Child, and I'm not even going to name their names because it's over, and I have no issues with none of them.
No.
But if you know what I'm talking about, they just don't know how to promote. And
Right.
the way they were promoting was trying to tear down Golden Child because they wanted to, like, oh, I'm better than the daddy. You're never going to be better than Golden Child until you start producing better than Golden Child. Once you start doing that, then you're going to win. But these guys didn't know how to promote their dogs. So the way they had to promote was tear down Golden Child to win. Instead of saying, hey, this is off Golden Child, or, you know, such as, which I don't tell anybody, don't, you know, if you got a badass stud, run your dog. You don't have to say who he's off of. Sam always told me that. Don't ever always say it's off of Grim. Say it's off of cash money. You know what I mean? He's cash money. That's not, you don't only has to be off of Grim, you know?
Right.
And a few other guys told me that coming up in the game, you know? So it's like, you got to always promote your dog as who he is.
Yep.
Tyrus said that to me one day on a live. I'm not a Golden Child son number. This is R2G2. You know what? He was correct. R2 made his way in the game. He did good with R2, you know?
Yeah, Jim actually said the same thing. Because when we first started, you know, promoting 7, we would say this is a 0 son.
Right.
And Jim was like, you don't have to do that. Like 7 is 7. Like he doesn't have to be 0's son necessarily.
You gotta make that legend who he was, you know, and that's when I took Sam as well. I learned a lot off Sam. I took his word of advice, and you know what? The one thing about Sam, I offered him half of everything off of cash money to help me promote him because I was new. I didn't know shit about how to promote a stud. And he's like, I ain't helping you. Exactly what he told me. I ain't helping you. You're gonna have to do it on your own. I got too many other studs we're promoting, and I'm like, I said, damn, I'm trying to offer you some money. He's like, I'm good. It ain't about the money.
Right.
He said,
to him, it's about you earning your own respect.
That's when he made a monster out of me, though. See what I'm saying? And then we come back to me doing my own way. Then it was a problem. Like when me and Khan, when me and Khan was going in and on each other pretty bad, Sam got dragged into that shit because Khan thought probably he was using me, or he was using me to get at Khan, which he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Sam got at me, and Sam had a bad fallout off that shit. Sam called me up one day and just basically, fuck you. I'm done fucking with you. Da 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 da. Me and him was on our way.
I mean, aside from all that,
but what
Sam is about his piece.
What I'm trying to say, hey, is uncut with me. I'm just telling you, he's uncut with me. But what I'm trying to say to you is like this: you have to find your own way with your own stud.
But he didn't do that. He didn't do that out of disrespect. He did that out of respect.
Right.
But he made a monster out of me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, you can take it your way, or you can take it like my way.
Some of them still credits. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you have to look back, and it's almost like a father figure saying, son, you're going to go out here, you're going to get your own job, and you're going to make your own money. Yep. Are you going to have more pride if your dad goes to work with you every day and shows you how to make burgers? Or are you going to have more pride in yourself if you go and you flip your own burgers? You know, and that's basically what he's telling you. He's saying, listen, I've created this. I'm going to bless you and truly bless you with this gift. You have to do with that gift what you see is right. Yep. Now, you would not have as much self-respect in what Golden Child is today if Sam had done all the work.
Right.
Because if Sam had done all the work, we'd all be millionaires because he is the most trustworthy, knowledgeable person in this breed that I know. And,
100%.
But I respect the fact that he says, here's your gift. Now you do with it what you see fit. You know, and I feel like not a lot of co-owners are going to do that for you. A lot of co-owners are going to be like, listen, this is how we're going to promote. This is what we're going to do. But he lets you earn your own way. Now you have more pride in yourself and that dog.
Right. But as a new guy coming in, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people come in, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Fuck all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not trying to bring, but I'm just trying to tell people like this is how it all came up to. I don't hide shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's gonna be found out. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say to you, I appreciate Sam Liam. I appreciate Khan. I appreciate anybody to where I got to today. Was it for Khan, I wouldn't be here. I talk my shit about him. I say whatever I want to say to him. I don't care. But at the end of the day, it wasn't for that man, we wouldn't be half Grim. We wouldn't have had Rocco. You wouldn't have had Seven. So I give him credit for where for where he's at. But get to what I'm saying to you. This is why I'm doing this show. This
Right.
show is to help people. And a lot of people are fucking riding my ass. Oh, why the fuck you pulling up the Rumble in the Jungle? Why are you trying to help? Because you motherfuckers don't want me to help out the bully community. The bully community needs to be helped out. There's a lot of golden child studs, cash money kids that need to be out there. 7 kids that need to be out there at this show and bring out 7. Is 7 going to be in the house? I don't want to say he's going to be in the house. 7 going to be in the house?
We're planning on going.
There you
As
go.
long as I can get off school.
Machiavelli's probably going to be in the house. Anybody with these offsprings, bring them out. Why you have all these big studs in one house? This is where everybody can fucking win.
Ice Age is a golden
That's
child.
why I'm going here. I'm going to show the world. Everybody wants to put the bullshit videos on play. I'm going to show the fucking world who the real fucking studs are.
Right.
That's why I called Dina. Who called you, Dina? Did I call you? I said, Dina, get your ass to Texas.
Yeah.
I called everybody with a badass dog. People that you don't even know about. I'm hitting them up. Bring your fucking dog to Texas. Let's go.
In the same instance, I think anybody who comes and anybody who steps in the stage deserves respect for being there.
100%.
Don't worry about what people are saying on Facebook, because 99% of Facebook has never touched your dog, has never seen your dog, has never even been to a dog show.
Never had a real dog.
So, and that's what I tell Jeremiah. Jeremiah, don't respond to this. It's not worth your time.
Yeah.
It's not. These people don't matter. The people that matter are the people that hang out your booth.
Yeah. And that's a good point, because just like the video of Golden Child walking weird, right? We all knew that dog just got collected, and I don't give a shit whose dog it is. After that dog's been collected, that's exactly how they walk. They walk around with their shit hanging out until it goes in. They walk weird, and everyone knows that. But people that don't breed dogs on a regular basis, don't collect males on a regular basis, they don't know that. So
they also
based off what
they also show you the worst of whatever video they're trying to push, Yeah.
Well, that is the video that one fella keeps posting. I mean, I was literally in the room when Golden Child was being collected, and we came outside, and that's when that video was taken. I'm like, look at him. When I saw that video, I was like, whoever posted this? That dog had just been collected. He was outside trying to go in. And I'm like, man, that just shows you how harsh some people can be. Derek, and you just have to put that to a side.
You're not wrong, Derek. That's for sure. Yeah.
Do we have any questions?
No, Derek just said Dina is the Jeremiah whisperer.
Jeremiah is my friend. And I just think the bully community, Jeremiah gets in his feelings. Okay. And he lets some of these people push him to a place that he shouldn't allow him to push him. He is a good person. He is a giving person. He loves his dogs with all of his heart. And I think people just misunderstand him. Like, take 5 minutes and talk to Jeremiah at a show when he's not stacking off. And you're going to see that inside there is a truly loving person. Like, he will talk to you. He'll show you the ropes. He'll teach. Like, I always tell everybody, Jeremiah's a stack king. And I learned everything I know from Jeremiah about stacking off a dog. Except the angry part. Like, I ain't going to call nobody out of the truck.
I have to give Jeremiah the respect as far as that's concerned with telling everybody, hey, get your damn dog out here.
Yeah, he's going to promote
him in people's faces, right? Because how many other people are doing that? Like, not a ton.
Right.
And even if you're a show person, that should still apply to you. Don't think, well, they're just talking about stack dogs. Now, what we're talking about is promoting dogs. And if you want your dog to be successful, there's no other way. There's no other way. You can take all the videos and post all the photos you want, but at the end of the day,
they can be manipulated
for people to put hands on them. Because you could look at 10,000 photos of 7, and the first time I pull him out of the kennel, it's like you never seen him before. He's a complete
Machiavelli's the same.
It's like
I'm sure
Cash.
Cowboy's going to be
Yeah.
the same way.
exactly like Cash. You've seen 1,000 photos of Cash, and until you saw him in person, you had no clue.
I can't wait to see Cowboy.
Balls out. When I was first breeding Cash out, people thought he was photoshopped, like I was photoshopping him shit. And they're like,
Right.
one guy first came down to breeding Cash. He's like, goes, I thought you said catfish me. He's like, I thought you said catfish.
You know, there are really so many good people.
When I said he was gonna, I said, look, I told the motherfucker, I said, look, if this motherfucker ain't everything I say he is, I'll fucking let you breed to him for free.
I mean, we all don't approach it the way Jeremy.
Damn.
Yeah. But that's that
And guess
term, you know,
what?
we always say you got to pay the tuition. Now it's either one way or another. You get your ass out there and you work, and you just have to. The days of posting a photo and just everyone accepting it for what they see
It's not enough.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's so much manipulation with media nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
But you
even
got
a video can be manipulated because you can shoot it at a specific angle, right? Up a hill, turn the camera sideways, it looks flat. Like there's so much shit you can do to manipulate what you're putting up there. So the best thing to do is to fucking see these dogs in person.
Yep.
Right.
Period.
But here's the key. People would rather go to, I've took Golden Child Cash all over the world. I mean, yeah, they breed to them, whatever. But these guys would rather go to a dog off a picture than they will go to a dog that they see in person. It blows my mind how, I'm going to use this dog. Have you seen that dog? Because I'm thinking in my mind, I don't sit here and downplay other studs, but I'm looking in my mind, I've seen that dog. I know that dog ain't compared to any of these dogs over here. I'm not going to speak no names on no dogs, but I'm just saying, I've seen the biggest, the baddest at that time. I ain't been out there lately, so I can't say about now. I'm talking about the time I was running the scene, but I see all these fucking real studs, and then when you see them in person, you're like, this ain't the fucking picture I be seeing on Facebook, and I would call them out on this shit,
Yeah.
Like that.
But I mean, it's not worth calling anybody out for. Everybody sees it.
It was then. See, Dina, you're such a nice lady, but I'm gonna tell you something, Dina. Once Bashar, once he said, that's another thing he always says, drama sells.
I know. You know what? I'm just not about the drama.
I know you're not, but that's what you got to get about the drama. You want to make
I can't.
But see, here's the problem.
I know myself mentally, as much as I love my dogs, I've seen the stuff people say, okay? And I see my dog every day. I'm not kennel blind. I see my dog every day. It does not change my love for my dog. So, like I say, I approached one person one time and got a real awakening as to how that side of people think. So I don't ever have to do it again. That was my piece. I don't ever have to do it again. I just couldn't figure out why people who've never seen your dog before had the right to make comments about your dog. Never laid eyes on the dog, seen the dog, nothing. So I just don't care. I'm gonna use you for example, so I don't want to piss nobody off. Okay.
But I'm gonna use you for example. If I had that next stud coming up right now, say if I own Big Boss, right? You see how I am with Big Boss. I think that dog's gonna be the next. If I own Big Boss and I knew you were the fucking top dog right now, I'm calling you out. But that you shouldn't take an offense of me calling you out. You should be thinking like, okay, he's calling me out because you got the dog on the next level. I want to be next to Dina.
Yeah, but you know what all you gotta do?
Because
Bashar is a good example of this. Bashar came up to me and he asked me to come stack off, and I said I'd love to, but let me get this off my chest. I don't do drama. I don't do Facebook drama. I don't have anything bad to say about anybody's dog. Everybody loves their dog. So that's where I cannot get into the drama, and I will not.
What I'm trying to say is it don't have to be. I'm just using an example. What I'm saying to you is like this: me calling out you shouldn't be drama. You should be thinking, okay, he wants to come and challenge the champ. If you're the fucking champ, everybody's gonna want to challenge you. That's
but why?
If you're fucking Mike Tyson and you're the champion of the world, everybody's gunning for you. I'm gonna gun for you.
I just don't. Maybe I'm different. I just. Why? I don't care if everybody calls me out, but let's just be nice.
If you want to win in today's society, this is how you have to do it. This is how I took 2 dogs that didn't have nothing, and I came out. And how did I come out with this? Where they show up at? On the top.
On the top.
Because I gunned for everybody that had a dog, but I never tore them dogs down once.
No, you can't. You can't.
Stock. They tore me down. I'm not even gonna start naming these dogs.
No.
But what I'm trying to say to you is all these dogs that I went against, they originally came for me in the beginning.
But I mean,
I would let up at the end.
I've learned from you a lot. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that. I just want my dog to get on the stage and be nice.
You're taking this wrong. Dina, I'm trying to tell people, if you want to fucking be on top, this is how you got to get there. I made over $1 million plus in the dog game by breeding fucking dogs, by doing the steps. Now, if you want to get there, this is how you got to get there. You have to. Don't be afraid to challenge if you want to challenge R2G2 against Cowboy, you should have that right. Say, I want to put my dog against your dog. I think your dog's a badass dog. I want to see these 2 stack off. What's the problem?
Because
you challenge everybody in the show ring every week to week all over the world, but it's not a problem.
Yeah, they do it in the show ring every week. Exactly.
Every week, somewhere in the United States, the top dogs are going against the top dogs, but there's no problem. The minute you say
they going on Facebook,
then it's a problem.
No, because they ain't doing it on Facebook. You know, I don't do that Facebook drama. Haunt knows. I'm like, Haunt, I don't do no Facebook drama.
And the reality of it
what I'm trying to say is you got to be on the top. This is how you got to get there.
Right.
I understand that, but I still think you could have got there without calling out people. I think you could have got there because they just wanted to stand next to you. Because I mean, let's face it, you're the legend.
If I didn't go get Shamrock, nobody knew who I was.
Listen, you wouldn't have went against Shamrock until you called him out of the truck.
I told that
motherfucker peacefully in the truck
and get him up on this fucking stage.
But
because he's been talking shit, and he was trying. Once he seen Cash, he didn't want to bring Shamrock out the fucking truck. I made him, Baby Cakes. I wanted all them top dogs at that time on the stage.
Baby Cakes is very.
I want to wipe them all out at once.
Right. I just couldn't do it, Jeremiah. Right. I just couldn't do it.
Well, I'm just saying that's you, and you have your own lane of how you do things. But people that don't have a lane, this is how I would do it. Get out there, and I would challenge the baddest fucking dog. There's nothing wrong with it. My kid goes to every fucking state all over the world, and we go to these different fucking meets, and he challenges his kids every week wrestling. It's just
he ain't calling them out on Facebook.
It don't matter. We can't.
Just like a basketball team against a basketball team. There might be some trash talk, but it ain't on the Facebook.
This is how you got to win.
No, I can't win that with Jeremiah.
The game is too quiet. It's too quiet. The bully community 2023 was a fucking shit box. And if you guys keep going this way, if you guys keep going this way, if you keep going this way, the bully community is gonna die. You watch. These show dogs ain't making no money.
Yeah. I mean, it was different.
It isn't disrespect to call someone out.
It's not.
It's just part of the competition. And you could actually call someone out, that person may accept your call out, you meet somewhere and stack up, and there doesn't need to be a lot of shit said.
Go to China K2. Me and Steven are still cool today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are too. We are too. I mean, everybody has beautiful dogs. You know, some people might be like, well, that's not my style or that's not my style. This is still a fairly new breed. You know what? I like all styles. I like them from little to giant.
That's how I did it. You know, I don't know how Dina, you got that nice personality. You're like a Sam Liam kind of, you know what I'm saying? People just vibe to you, you know what I'm saying? Not all of us got that same vibe, you know what I mean?
Oh, Jeremiah, you have that same vibe when you're not on the stack stage. Don't try to fool nobody.
What?
You don't try to fool nobody. You're a nice person. You got a giant heart.
No, but we don't listen to me. We don't come off like you do. You know what I mean? Like,
but you could. You totally could. Listen, I am so thankful. Even when a crowd even acknowledges your dog, you know what I mean? Because I don't go out there and call out people, and it's not my style. It never will be my style. I appreciate and respect every human who's breeding these dogs, because you know what? It ain't easy. You can ask Con what Samantha goes through on a daily basis. And for people to say, oh, how you'd love that like your kid. Man, if you knew what we went through with these dogs on the day-to-day basis, you can't love them any less than a child.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is you guys are already on the top going up. You guys are on the move up. I'm talking about the guys coming from the bottom trying to work their way to the top to be where you're at. You know
I
what
don't
I'm saying?
think you go out here and be negative to get there. There's enough negativity in this. Be kind.
Not be negative to
Shake
call
somebody's
out
hand.
I don't
You know
think
what I
it would be negative to call out somebody's dog and say, you know what, R2G2, and we'll just use Cowboy as an example. You know, say Phillips calling out R2. He wants to put his dog against the baddest dog at that point in time to see if he's got that dog.
There's a kind way to do that.
If you got 7 and I come out with this, say I come out with a Cash Money cologne, I'm going for your ass. Doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean I think you got a badass dog and I want to put my dog against fucking 7. Just like when I had Cash Money, Shamrock at that point in time was probably one of the biggest extremist dogs at that point in time. Guess what? If I didn't go against Shamrock, and if you could go watch the YouTube video, if I'm lying, it's out there.
I'll say we was there.
Out there.
I was there. I was right up front.
Saying, you've seen a 14-inch dog, 14.5-inch dog take down an 18-inch dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I appreciate Arthur for doing that because he didn't have to bring that dog out there.
Right.
And he didn't. I would have never been leveled up if it wasn't for that guy.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And the other thing people need to realize is it doesn't, like the people that were fans of Shamrock, you didn't change their mind.
No.
They were still fans of Shamrock. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Different
it's not like it hurts you. It doesn't matter. You could take 7 or Mac or anybody and stack them up, and there's going to be a crowd of 100 people standing back there. And no matter what the judge decides who the winner is, at the end of the day, that person made the decision in their head. So they decided. Like they could say, well, the judge said that dog won, but I like this other dog.
Right. It's different flavors for everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's nothing to do like, because I used to think, oh my God, if I stack up this dog, then, you know, if I lose, it's going to look bad on that dog. And in reality, that's not the case.
There's different
every seat.
avenues.
Right.
There's different avenues to success, you know. I mean, you look at Roger and Dana, they don't call out any dogs, but they show up, you know.
Yeah.
Jeremiah wants smoke with every dog,
yeah.
but he shows up. So
yeah.
the one common denominator in all of this, no matter which style you're promoting, you fucking show up.
Right.
That's it. And you don't have to talk about
that's the key.
This past year, we stacked up with, you could name a dog, and we stacked up with it last year with 7. You know what I mean? But we didn't get on Facebook every time we got home and be like, yep, whoop that dog's ass or whatever. There's no, you know what I mean? People see what they want to see. They're going to decide what they want. It doesn't matter.
Well, at the end of the day, we have respect for everybody who gets up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an easy thing to do.
For instance, like me and Steven, right, with K2, when we did that Golden Child and K2 stack off, I told Steven, oh, K2's this, K2's that. I'm Golden Child this, Golden Child that, right? So I said, okay, I'm coming to Louisiana, and I'm gonna make you come out. He said, I ain't coming out. Put Steven on his live. I don't give a fuck. He wasn't coming to that show. I told him, I said, I'm coming to your show. I'm gonna call you out in your state because I want to stack. At that time, Golden Child and fucking K2 were the hottest 2 things smoking at that point in time. I said, I'm going to call you out in your state. If you don't show up, what's that going to make you look like? Guess what? He showed the fuck up because he didn't want to look bad in his own state. But that's just how I do shit. And again, if you go back to that day, it's going to be one thing that's been well talked around the bully community for a long, long time. We had a good time. I never downplayed K2. He never played.
He's very nice.
And we had a good time. And now me and him sit back and giggle at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a fucking. It's just by me calling out K2. It brought his promotion up.
You know what? There is a lane and a clientele for that. You know, you'll have clients that attach to that drama. Like the more drama you create, the more they want to breed to that. You know, Han, I'm sure you've seen it. Some people, that's the way they want to go.
Well,
it's not
good
really
publicity,
drama. It's
bad
about putting two
publicity
badass
is
dogs together, and it's just like a bodybuilding contest. Who's the bigger dude? It's competition.
Yeah.
I like competition. I like to compete.
Right.
I'm gonna put my dog. The one thing about me, everybody always thought I was trying to run. I always said Cash Money was the biggest, baddest motherfucking Grim Son, baddest dog on the planet. Come and prove me wrong.
Right.
Me going against all the studs, everybody I went against, I thought them dogs were badass dogs at that point in time. That's why I wanted to stack against the China Boys and the fucking Beanstocks and the I got to stack Grim, Luca Brasi's, Golden Child, you name it. I put Cash against everything smoking at that point in time. But guess what I did? I built his fucking legacy up. So he was the fucking stack king. He was the biggest, baddest dog at that point in time.
Right.
And if I had Cash Money on this motherfucking earth right now, I would be on Dina's ass.
Great. You know what I would tell you, Jeremiah? Pack a lunch, big boy.
I would have to. I put that motherfucker right next to 7. I would yank that motherfucker up, get that motherfucking muscles popping out, and let the motherfucking crowd talk. I'd be on your
the
ass.
crowd thing. Like, I feel like when you do the crowd thing, it's like a popularity contest.
I work the crowd up.
I don't like
it ain't
that.
no fun if you ain't working the crowd up, Dina.
Right.
Well, you want me to be a cheerleader? Rah, rah, ree?
Hey, you got to work the crowd. You got to get them in.
I got crowd. I got James Abba with a bucket and a bowl.
Oh, good idea.
That was great.
But here's the funny thing: if you guys are picking up on this, Dina and Jeremiah operate the exact same way. They're both going to show up. They're both going to stack up with anybody. Mm-hmm. The only difference is Dina just doesn't want to say anything, where Jeremiah will call you at your house and tell you to bring your ass out.
Right.
Because the reality of it is just like you said earlier, Han. Dina's one. She won't say she's coming. She'll just show up.
Right.
That's
the biggest part. That's the most important part. Talk.
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
talk,
I will never
say
I'm coming for certain unless I know for certain I'm going to be there. I've had people come up to me specifically in Allentown. People come from another country and they were like, man, we saw that they were posting that 7 was going to be here. We were hoping that, it was true. And I said, well, if I see that they've posted that 7 is going to be here, I'm going to confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
I've seen some other ones that said that 7 was coming. I never even heard of the show. So, I mean, a lot of times I won't say I'm coming unless 1,000% I know I can be there, because I don't want to let anybody down. If somebody's coming a long ways to see 7 or Machiavelli or Ultros or Ice Age for that matter, I want to be 1,000% certain beyond my car breaking down on the way there, I'm going to be there. Because I don't want to disappoint anybody. Everybody wants to see a stud in person. And I don't blame them.
Right.
I was supposed to be at a few shows that I blew off, and I had breedings. A lot of people don't realize when you got a stud, it's hard to move around.
Listen, we've done collections at a gas station on our way to a show.
I know.
Honest to God.
I've done it too, but it gets to be old, because
listen, the van was rocking. Roger's standing outside the van. 7 and I are in the van. The van is rocking because if anybody knows how 7 collects, he's like a bucking bull. So the whole van's rocking. And Roger opens the door, and here I am with the collection sleeve. People are looking at us like, what in the world? And then there's 7. I'm like, oh my gosh.
The van.
I'll be on the news.
There's people pumping gas and looking at me like, what the hell's going on in this van?
And you know what? Sam always calls me up at the wrong times. Like I was at Rumble in the Jungle. Oh, he's got 2 breedings. It just happened to be the motherfuckers were in Texas. And I'm like, all right, I want to pull up to fucking Dallas. I'm sitting here at the hotel. We were there for like 3-4 days. And then once I was in Ohio,
I don't think clients intentionally are late.
I had a jack fucking Golden Child off in the back of Richard Price's little work van he's got.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's crazy what we do.
It's crazy how motherfuckers come up with these breedings at the last second and shit.
Well, you know what?
Like on this live, February 24th, don't hit me up. No breeding's going out. Golden Child will be in the house. I want all the badass Golden Child, Grim offsprings. I don't care. Bring your fucking dogs. Let's promote. Let's win. Let's get this bully community back to where it is. Now talk shit about me. I don't care.
No,
Everybody
there
wants to
ain't
show
nothing
up.
they can say bad. Just be positive, Jeremiah. Be the Jeremiah that.
I got a lot of people talking shit about me being positive. So I'm just letting people know they can't do it.
Who's talking about you being positive?
I don't want to tell that. I don't want to tell that. I don't want to talk. I want to give people no fucking. I'm leaving it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Dina, you told me. See, Dina, you told me stay out the bullshit. Now you trying to get me in the bullshit.
No. I told you stop.
They know who they are.
I told Jeremiah, and I'll tell anybody. I told Jeremiah to stay off lives because people get on there and they just nitpick him because they know he just goes in rage. He's got no control over that, and that is not Jeremiah. Jeremiah's a good person. He just, he firmly believes in his dog and his blood, and he backs it 100%. And sometimes he says dumb things. He don't mean it. And he might not say sorry, but he's sorry. I'm telling you, he's sorry. That's what I believe. So I told him stay off live.
Bullshit aside, though, is I just want people to come out. I want to see. I want people to come out. I know there's some dogs sitting on the couch that need some help, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you got that dog. If you think you got that dog, you bring it to Rumble in the Jungle, and I'll make you famous.
Han got a new dog. You got him a Cowboy.
He's a big old boy.
He's off Cowboy?
No, he's Oscar's littermate brother.
Oh, okay.
Oscar's a big boy.
Yeah.
I tell you, there's a few dogs. I'm not gonna say their name. I want to see them because I don't want people to run hype around them until I put the hype on them. There's a few dogs out there. Hopefully they're everything I see on Facebook. I'm hoping I want to promote the shit out of them, because, a lot of people don't realize, like when I went to Rumble in the Jungle, everybody said they couldn't be done was done. I took a dog to Exotic World and I took American Bully to Exotic World and I killed the game.
Killed it. Right.
Hey, there's very nice exotics.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I put the platform down for everybody chasing that Rumble in the Jungle in the American Bully World. I'm not talking about the Exotic World. I don't want people getting twisted. In the American Bully World, if you look back now, a lot of people are chasing that direction. But now I'm going to give them something else to chase. I sat back for a while thinking, how can I change the game? How can I give another trend? My next trend is take your fucking productions and bring out your fucking studs and stand behind them motherfuckers. And that's what I'm about to do on February 24th at Rumble in the Jungle. I'm taking my stud, a multi-million-dollar stud. I'm risking. I have nothing to gain. He's shut down. I have no money to be made. It's all free promo for anybody who wants to bring their dog out and put him against the one and only Golden Child, the #1 legend in the motherfucking world that produces his nuts off.
Yeah.
I love G.
You remember what you told me when actually you told Sam Machiavelli was still young, and I was like, I want to stack Mac with cash. When he did, Jeremiah said, I wouldn't want to end his career so early. Let him grow.
You did.
That's just me talking shit.
Well, I mean, it's us, so we know not. You know what I mean? We know it's all good and
I was
fun.
back looking
Some
at him.
people you say stuff to, Jeremiah, they take it to heart.
Yeah, Mac's a big boy. You'll see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
When me and Bernard used to travel all over the world, I used to tell Bernard, I said, man, you got Luca. I said, man, Luca's a beautiful dog.
I love Luca.
Fan. That dog he's an underrated dog. He should be out there. He's inbred for one. Yeah. He should be used a lot more. But what I'm trying to say to you is get to the point is like, I told Bernard, I said, listen, when I pull up to these shows, I told Bernard, I said, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say I got the biggest, baddest this, but don't get your feelings because you say the same shit and stand on your shit. And you're not going to hurt mine. So me and Bernard had a good understanding with that, and a lot of people are like, hey,
Bernard's a good guy.
You got to do you. We got to promote.
Yeah.
If I get, I can't go in there all quiet. That's just not who I am. I'm not that type of person. I'm all in.
Not in a show.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
all in.
in reality, you're not the only one. We've had several breeders on here that, told us they promoted the same way. They would just
Right.
literally go to a show or post in a group and say, "This is the baddest stud in the world. Prove me wrong." You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's studs are nice. So, like that's.
But you gotta prove it.
I mean, look at this stud.
I can say I'm the baddest motherfucker that walks the earth, but
You're my stud.
till somebody knocks me out, I guess I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I'm just, I'm not the type I
prove
want
yourself.
everybody gunning for my dog. I just don't like that. I just don't like
But this show, like with Rumble in the Jungle, to me I'm not building to be a negative. I'm not downplaying anybody's dog. If you got a badass dog, there's gonna be badass dogs in the house. This is where you want to be, February 24th. This is where you're gonna want to be. You're gonna have Big Seven, Machiavelli. You got Ice. What is Ice Age?
Ice Age. It's a golden child, son. Ice Age.
I don't fuck with Dean. I always call him Ice Pick, but Ice Age is gonna be in the fucking house. You got a new golden child stud coming up that nobody fucking knows about. That probably hasn't seen him in person. Here's your chance to come and see that dog in person and see if Dina's bullshitting or not.
She ain't bullshitting.
BS nobody.
I'll tell you right now. I've seen that boy plenty of times.
I'm just fucking with Dina. She knows that.
You bring it. I told you, pack a lunch, little boy.
Put him right next to his daddy.
I will.
And that's what I want people to do. You better get in. Why go to chocolate?
But just don't misunderstand this. Now we're not stacking off with you. We're just standing next to you.
I'm not stacking off. I'm coming out there. Anybody wants to come out and promo? It's a promo day. I'm not worried about the stack offs. I don't give a fuck about stack. I've already did all this shit. I don't need to do this. I got too many kids out there you can go deal with first. Then if you want to come up to his daddy, then come and talk to me. But make sure you bring some money. I ain't doing shit for free.
I'm a broke dog breeder.
Promo for free. If I got a stack G, you better bring some money.
What? Now you can't be saying you're gonna bring a dog out and then have to have somebody pay you to stack him up.
You know what I said? What I say, Rodney? You know what I said?
No more free, Randy.
Lieutenant Dan said you for the poop.
That's right.
Hey, Jeremiah, who's
been more
the best golden child?
Sam Liam's gonna be the best. Who's gonna be the judge? You said
you can't put Sam in that position. That's not even fair.
He's gonna be in that position. That's his job.
No, that's not even fair to make him do that.
He did in Chicago, didn't he? Roger, who's
but Sam, that makes Sam very uncomfortable. He don't like that. Everybody gonna be mad at Sam. Oh, he didn't pick my dog.
Who picked the best golden child?
It was Sam in Chicago. Yeah.
Hey, he's got one job. If anybody wants to be it don't have to be.
He did his job already. He produced all these badass dogs.
And
you know who I like to be? You know who I like to be the judge of it? And I thought about hitting him up. The owner of Venom, Matt.
Yeah,
Matt's good people.
Because you know why? Because he don't have no golden child blood. He's a bias. You know, he got nothing. He likes the short dogs. He likes,
Yeah.
Matt, I think Matt would be.
I tell you what, I saw Venom in person. I love that dog.
I always liked Venom. When I first was coming up, Venom was
good people.
Dogs I was looking at.
They're good people. Nate, NMG Nate, like we go way back. Like he's super good people.
Hey, you got connections to him, don't you guys? You do guys got connections to Venom.
That's where I got Kimber.
Reach out to if you I try reaching out to Matt, he ain't responded back to me. But if you can, see if you do something like that.
Try to get a hold of Nate.
I think I'd like to see him come out. You know what? I know, and he just went through a big loss, and you know,
absolutely.
Venom was a beautiful dog, and he was a legend in the game. And so, hey, this could be a good turnaround for him, you know.
I'm super happy I got to see Venom in person.
Yeah, I wish I got to see him in person.
I did.
I got to see.
Yeah.
What a honey. That dog was a honey. I mean, a lover. Hans knows that's my kind of dog.
Oh yeah, you would.
I'm like,
see.
you want to snuggle?
And I like the way Matt promoted him too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, he also he didn't make him.
See, but Matt came up at the time with no studs.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? He respected that was a family dog.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, Venom didn't have a lot of. Yeah, I know he's. You know, I know he was a failure, but what I'm saying, Venom didn't have a lot of them. He didn't have all these new Golden Childs and all this other shit. You know, he came up with the Rockos and all. So he had a different, like Matt was in his own fucking lane over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, Venom
He had his own, you know, he had his own fucking, you know,
I got pictures of me and Venom together. I mean, I've been blessed with the ability to see a lot of super nice dogs. Like last year, I got to go to your nationals. Oh man, you know.
You know what I might do after this though?
What?
I might start doing. I don't want to call. I might start crashing people's yards, pulling up.
Yeah.
Pull up on you guys, coming out and check your yard.
We'll
Go out,
come on down. My yard's always open.
We'll give you the
It's
address.
Ohio State Bully Camp's yard. Fucking
go to Hans.
Hans. Anybody wants me to come out, go live. We can show the dogs.
I'll tell you what.
Free.
The micros that Han has, Han and Samantha.
Well, Han, I'm coming to your house. Where you at?
Let's go. Ohio.
Where you at?
Ohio.
Oh shit, you're right down the road.
Shit.
You'd be easy stop. Go hit Richard Price's yard while you're there. All them dogs he say he has over there.
Yeah.
Let me see them.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people come from out of state to our yard. We always have it open. Han come over and visit us. Everybody comes and visits.
I'm gonna start yard crashing you motherfuckers. I'm not gonna call you. I'm just gonna show up.
Oh, you can't get in my gate.
I'm gonna fucking
You can't get in my gate.
Yeah, you can't get in my gate.
Sitting outside with me, and we're going live, and this ain't gonna be no. Oh, we're gonna take it back and edit the shit out. We're not doing all that shit.
Nope.
We don't edit nothing. But
that's funny as fuck.
Are you gonna call me out? Because I'll have to get you a cheeseburger.
You want me to call you out? What do you want me to? Hey, I tell you what.
I don't want you to call me out. I don't like that.
You want to stack off? We want to stack off. I ain't got your category right now.
I got one of them Sphinx kitties. I got Sphinx cat.
I'm jealous.
Last time you tried to make me call somebody out, got me all shook up. I called out little Debbie.
They said
I'm gonna tell you what, that chick's for real. Han, you got little Debbie right there.
Nah, she's running the dining room right now.
I'm telling you right now, that girl's solid as a rock. I made Roger pick her up at the show.
Yard crash their yard. Hit me up. We go live. Promote your dogs. Hey, I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna start.
Listen, Jeremiah, though, if you're gonna do that, you gotta be kind and courteous. Okay, you gotta be nice.
And you just gotta be real.
Yeah,
that's all he's and that's. I mean, you expect nothing less but real. You know, because some people need to hear this shit.
You know whose yard I'm gonna do for sure? Bashard's yard. I'm gonna be on them.
Listen,
yard crash, muscle tone.
You know, Bashard's always been very kind to me, and his wife. Nothing but kind and respectful. They've been.
He's got dogs in that. He's got dogs in that kennel back there. I want to see the ones he's like. I'm not gonna bring up dogs, but I want to see the dogs he says he has in the cut. We want to see him. I'm gonna call him out.
Maybe he's got him on co-own with other people.
Call you out just like I call you on a stack off. I'm gonna call you out in different directions now. I'm
now you're calling out our houses.
Get this game up. You got the best of this. You got the best of that. I'm gonna hit you up. Hey, let me prove it. If this stud that you post up on Facebook that ain't fucking Photoshop, let me pull up on it and we go live. Just like I did Zach Roberts. I pulled up on him at the motherfucking Morrison Veterinary Clinic. I said Matt, or I said Zach, let me go live with this dog. He said, yeah. I said, but I want all angles. He said, okay. Boom. Click that live button. He didn't let me hide with Trapzilla.
He's nice. He's very
nice. I told everybody on that live, what did I say? I said, you better look out for this big motherfucker. This motherfucker, a whole different dog.
There's a whole lot of real nice dogs out there.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole lot of. Jeez, a whiz.
All these dogs that they can't come out to shows, I'm gonna pull up on your house. I don't care if you're in Florida.
I was so impressed
with the country.
Show ring dogs at season opener. I mean, you can watch Rogers live. I was like, my gosh, where did they? I mean, so many nice dogs. This year's gonna be interesting.
We're not gonna go back and crop the videos, and we're just gonna go live right there on the spot. Yeah. Just like FW Spielberg. Hey, FW. I let him go live with me in Florida, right off the tip with cash. Don't go back. He didn't cut shit out. With just what it was what it was.
Yeah.
And we went live right there in Florida.
Papa Pitt's an amazing judge.
Yeah.
Someone said Papa Pitt, something about him being a judge. He's a good judge.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see Soldier Boy and Poom Poom in person.
Who?
Soldier Boy and Poom Poom.
Oh, his dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Like somebody needs to go in that show ring and shake that shit up. They need me in the show ring type thing.
Oh yeah, maybe you could be the MC.
Like, could you see Jeremiah in the show ring?
Yeah.
I mean, get that shit. Come on.
Jeremiah, gonna wear a suit?
Let me go first.
We're gonna produce a show dog just for you. We're gonna send it to you just so you can come show.
Hey, this is no shit. I had a bitch. Her name was Gia. She was grim. She was a grim back to some muscle tone blood. She blew. I still own her. She ended up having I couldn't get her to take on breedings and shit. And she ended up having closed pile, and I had to fix her and shit. She's in a good pet home now, but and if you ever seen this bitch, she was a real specimen of she was a bull, like beautiful rear, muscled up. The only thing bad about her, she had just a slight underbite. But I pulled her up to Pennsylvania one time. I bought her from Six Sigma, Adam Westbrook and Burnell, up there at Six Sigma. I got him from, matter of fact, Ashton Edwards, the one that turned me on to her. He's like, man, because I was gonna buy something off the Brim litter, and I changed my mind at the time, and then I called Ash. I'm like, man, all right, I think I'm gonna do it. And he's like, man, I already sold them all. He said, but my guy's got something up in Boston. So I ended up buying this bitch named Gia. She turned out to be phenomenal, muscled the fuck up, beautiful. And I wish I never would have bred her. I wish I would have got her in the ring, because I would have. You could ask Hannah about her. Hannah and Paulina. Paulina showed her first time in Iowa, and she was sweeping the ring, never been showed before in her life.
Yeah, I know.
So
Ask them about her.
Jack Smith's got a question for you. He says, I know you're a big fan of the Grim blood, but what other blood would you like to work with or incorporate in your yard in the future?
The older muscle tone blood. I love it. I like the older muscle tone. I've worked with it like Casa, like some of the older stuff, Bean. Not so much the new muscle tone, but I've used the older muscle tone with the Grim blood.
Right.
It clicks wonderful, man. It's a beautiful. They turn out to be crazy. Like I sold. Go ahead.
Jeremy Dean.
Jeremy Dean. That's big. Jeremy Dean is
Punisher.
That's Jeremy Dean is he had Petunia. Petunia was Casablanca daughter.
Yep.
Bred back to Grimm, that created Nike, that created Boss and Gold Rush. And I don't know anybody else, but Nike was one of the dogs that was like the last pick. Probably like she didn't look the best. I mean, Jeremy Dean is a underrated breeder. Like he's got studs over there and females. He's got this blue tri bitch over there. He's not too far from me. He's got this blue tri female over there. Is fucking phenomenal. And I'm not for sure exactly what he's doing with her. But anyways, make a long story short, that blood's off of Boss and Gold Rush. Badass. He's got a nice stud over there too. I can't remember his name.
Punisher.
The Punisher. Yep. Punisher. Yep.
Yeah. Big boy.
That's a good name.
Yeah. You could have
a dog named all the time. What is it?
Jeremy.
I don't see him in there in the chat. No.
Who?
No. Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. Dean. Yeah. Jeremy Dean. He went there and bought Petunia. Petunia is a beautiful dog too. But yeah, man, there's a muscle tone is like probably one of the bloodlines I've seen click up. Look at you guys. Don't you guys got what do you got?
Right
Schmiegel?
here.
Don't you guys got a Schmiegel?
Yeah,
this is the Lester daughter.
We're about half and half right now. So about half muscle tone, half grim.
What's that?
So we're about half and half right now. So half the yard's muscle tone, half of it's grim. We just don't. We didn't promote any of the breedings because we weren't gonna let any of them go. So it wasn't
No.
tell
I
them.
don't care for Bashard's new shit, but his older style, that's the shit I loved about
Well, this-
him. You know, I love the.
This was everything out of Poland. You know, it was
Yeah.
all Schmiegel.
Smeagol.
I seen Sam. He had a Schmiegel daughter that was fucking insane. I don't know. I think it was Schmiegel bred the Grimm daughter or something. Schmiegel the Grimm daughter or something. She was black. I think she was black.
Oh, Gwen.
Oh,
Gwen,
boy.
Yeah, Precious' sister.
it's Precious' sister.
That bitch was nuts.
That the one she's holding right there looks just like Gwen.
Yeah, hold on.
She's
I
just
can't see shit.
she's the, oh yeah. He's on
I'll go back and look at it.
Yeah.
He's on audio, Dina.
There's a baby.
I don't know, man. I'm more that me. I think that Miyagi boss, like a Miyagi, like okay, if you look at like we'll just use Big Boss for example, right? Big Boss is a lot of Miyagi and that Grim Blood connect, and that shit clicked great. You know, Golden Child with that Miyagi, because Diesel. Matter of
Diesel,
fact,
yeah.
I got Diesel. So that's Rilla and Bo's
Grandfather.
His grandpa. Yeah, grandpa.
Yeah.
I knew Diesel in person. I knew when I first got in the bully game, I met Beto when he first came out with Diesel. He brought him to a dog show. This dude didn't even know. He had one of the dogs sitting on the couch, didn't even know what the fuck he had. Motherfucker started dropping drones on him and shit in Chicago. I'm like, holy shit. So me and him stacked off. That's when I just got Big Girl when she was right there, like in her fucking prime.
right.
I was stacking Diesel with Big Girl, and he's like, motherfucker's like, damn, that's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And so we were stacking it off, and Diesel was a beautiful dog. I love Diesel, and I wanted to use him with Big Girl, and I might have my shot still, but I don't know if I'll do Big Girl, but Karma, but he still got frozen on the ground, and we already talked. We're gonna do the breeding, so I'm gonna run Diesel back to all Karma in our next heat.
Karma's nice.
Oh, Karma's. I might bring her with me when I come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, she's looking nice and thick too right now. I want all the Machiavellis. I want anybody want to stack. I want any. If you got
No,
that,
you want Precious. You want to try Precious out.
Smoke. I'm calling all you motherfuckers out. Get in your feelings. I want them. Show up. I'll bring her.
Listen, I do get in my feelings. You watch yourself.
You bringing her to Rumble?
I'm thinking about it. I brought her there before.
Yeah.
I saw Karma.
She's been there before. But now she's thicker now. Like she's starting to fill out a lot more. She's getting old though now. She's they're pushing 5, I think 5, 6, something like that. I think
Isn't that crazy to say they're old when they're like 5 or 6? They're gonna live forever. That's what I say. You gonna live with me forever.
Yeah, I've got one that's 4, and I've only bred her once, and I'm like, oh man, is she too old now?
I know. I got so many badass dogs, and people. I got this fucking Cash Money. So it's Big Girl, which that's Cash's mom, bred back to Golden Child. I got this female here. She's fucking insane, and my wife's like, just sell her, get rid of her. You're not doing nothing with her. You know what I mean? It's like, and then I got Cash Money and Golden Child, the other female here. Oh my God, she's insane too. Real thick, muscled up. They're the only two I got left here outside of just the ones I'm not selling. Like Karma, I'm not gonna sell. Big Girl, they're all gonna.
It's hard to sell them. Like I just want to keep them all forever, or put them in a pet home close to me so I can still see them.
This is no shit. I had a $50,000 offer on Karma. Bulletproof Bullies. I even put their name, called me a liar. $50,000 offer to buy Karma, $50K, and my wife would not let me sell that bitch.
Good wife. That's a good wife.
And I still ain't got nothing off her yet. I was like, you see, it cost me 50 grand. But no, I'm glad I never sold her though.
Hey, just Mike asked a question. He wanted to know if we had incorporated any Venom line, and we actually do have a Venom daughter. We're taking her to 7. Fortunately, we were at nationals when she was in prime time, so we missed the breedings. But it's coming back. As soon as she comes back in, she's going to 7. She's a little bit bigger. She's a 16-inch female. So she's a big girl.
I bet he's got a bunch of frozen on Venom.
Oh, I'd hope. You know, when you have a stud, you have to have frozen. I mean, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, and you just have to have it. You have to have it.
You know, to me, like, you know, when that time comes for me, when like I already know how I was with Cash. Golden Child's gonna put me over the top. I'll probably erase my fucking Facebook page.
I'm gonna need therapy. Something happens to mine. I know it.
I couldn't imagine what's probably G. Oh my God, I hope he lives to be forever. You know what I mean? Just because.
Right.
You know, one thing to stop and think about is how blessed the dog was to have such a good life. Like we just had to bury our American Bulldog, and it was sad.
I remember
but that girl had the best life.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You
was.
know, and you just know that. You just have to love them enough.
She was my favorite dog in your house.
I know. I mean, she would. Oh gosh, she would destroy my whole couch, and
yeah, she was.
She was only supposed to be 55 pounds. She weighed 96. You know, but it's okay. That's okay. She lived a good long life. And...
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna you know, when that time comes, man, I already know, man. After I went through with Cash, man, that hurt. It hurt a lot. And like we are attached. Our dogs ain't just out here. Yeah, Golden Child, he lays right next to me all day long. You know, if I move, he's moving because he thinks because I'm always breeding them. You know what I mean? So he's always like, "Where's the bag? Where's the bag?"
Yeah,
always looking for the bag. You know, but
we can't even show Machiavelli a bag. He loses his mind, whether it's for 7 or ultras. Mac's like, it's mine.
Now, have you had a litter off of Karma yet?
I bred her to Golden Child twice. First time I got an 8-piece. She ended up catching an infection like at 53 days, 54 days, and it was at the bottom of the canal, so it wiped almost every. There was 3 that was still survived, but it just took them out as time. I couldn't.
Right.
I just think I wasn't like. I was a new breeder, you know what I mean? So I just never did good with breeding, you know. So I had a whelper here, Jessica Van Cooley. She's a good whelper. Anybody looking for a good whelper here in the Quad Cities, hit her up. But yeah, I used her a lot, and she saved me a lot on some of the breedings that I had with co-owns and shit.
Right.
But I was
Whelping is no joke.
Huh? Oh
Whelping
no,
is no joke. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Han and
I
Samantha, there's several times I'd have lost my mind.
I'd rather pay the money, you know, especially if you pay the money to the right person, you know. Like
I don't want, you know what I mean? I want to watch those babies.
Lose, and she ended up saving them, you know. So
yeah,
she'll try her best, you know, to definitely keep them alive, you know.
Well, Dina gets attached.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dina gets attached, and I'm like, hey, wait until I tell you that you can get attached because, you know, we'll pick a one, you know, the one that could be like the early leader, the one that looks really good, you know what I mean, early on. And then she gets kind of attached to him because she thinks that one's going to stay. And then it ends up, well, you know, one that was kind of lagging behind ends up coming up and being the better dog.
I keep them all. I keep them all.
I do have something I think I'm going to come back and get you guys' ass on. I'm going to try to, I think I'll be the first one. I don't think Sam's done it yet, but I think I'm going to do the first inbreeding with Golden Child. I think I got the perfect bitch for her.
And you know what? That's a blessing right there.
Right.
That's a blessing. You're going to
Golden
continue on with that blood.
And she's perfect dog, you know, like she's well, you know, good rear, you know, she's not short, you know, she's compact like a motherfucker. So I think I gotta pull some strings, but I think I'm gonna put the first Golden Child inbreeding down.
That's exciting.
See what I can do. I have to double you guys up now. And nobody can't do that but me and Sam, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right. So I'm the only one can inbreed to fucking Golden Child. So I figure I think I'm gonna try it out.
I can't believe you haven't done it yet.
Well, you as a stud,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
really the only exclusivity you have, right? Because
Yeah.
you can sell stud fees all day long, and people can breed, but you're the only one that can breed to your own blood.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you guys, how's Mia looking nowadays?
Mimi?
Mia, that golden child daughter, Sam's got.
Oh, Mia's beautiful.
She's big, ain't she?
She is a big, big girl. Yes, she
You know, I
is.
used to have that. She used to be here with me, but I had to cut. I just was getting away from breeding. I told Sam, he ended up buying me out on her. I was like, man, just buy me out. Man, I seen her at the vet one day. I'm like, holy fuck, she's
outstanding.
huge, ain't
She is
she?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a very nice dog.
And you know, she was a razor edge outcross or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, she's like some kind of razor edge outcross. Like if you looked at her mother was like, now, I'm not trying to downplay the mom or nothing, don't get me wrong, but her mom was nothing like crazy or nothing. But man, that fucking breeding clicked. That's why I try to tell you, Golden Child will click up with that razor edge, all that shit.
You know what? I've seen a
Yeah.
lot. Last year, there were so many nice golden child sons and daughters in the ring. You know, I saw a lot of people say, "Oh, couldn't produce a show dog." I'm gonna tell you right now, I saw a lot of nice
That's
ones
a
in that
fucking
show
lie.
ring. That's
I
a
got a
lot
female
of
here.
them.
I got a female here off of G
Hmm.
who is going to destroy the fucking show ring.
Sunny.
Uh-huh.
I saw her picture the other
And
day. She's looking so good.
whatever myths and fucking fake narratives people want to say about, Golden Child's hips. I have two phenomenal females that have stellar fucking rears. So
Same thing with Ice Age.
Right.
Stellar. I mean, he got booty that got booty.
yeah.
The Golden
he's
Child,
beautiful.
the Golden Child, everybody says about his hips. I mean, yeah, he's the problem with Golden Child. He's so much muscle on a small fucking, a small frame. He's like
Right.
he walks like a little soldier. You know what I mean? Like this, it's like he ain't got that fucking jaunt, or he can just, he just can't. He can't do that.
He's in a league of his own. He truly is in a league of his
He's
own.
got one of the most thickest fucking rears I've ever seen on a dog in my life. Like if you see this dog take a shit outside, you got muscles popping out everywhere.
Right.
This motherfucker looks like he's been squatting all day long.
In reality, we've had multiple, even ABKC judges come on the show and say the American Bully is like a bodybuilder, and a bodybuilder doesn't walk like, someone that runs track.
Right.
So, yeah, the dog's movement is different. It just is. And the shorter the dog is, the more extreme the dog is, the more, different the movement's going to be. A guy that's 5'3" and he's a bodybuilder versus a guy that's 6'5" and he's a bodybuilder. You know what I mean?
Is that a short joke?
You ever see how Drew Zimmerman walks?
Oh, I knew you was going there.
Drew Zimmerman's like Golden Child. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Anybody know Drew Zimmerman?
That's right.
Oh dear.
Watch him walk next time.
All right, folks, we'll throw some questions in the comments if you got questions for him. We're a little at the 2-hour mark right now, so if you got
We're
some
good. We got all night.
in there. Dina thinks
what's
she's
your
got
hurry?
all night. No hurry. No hurry.
That's okay. I'm just messing with you.
Everybody get their questions in, though.
The one and only Jeremiah Fry.
Right. First time ever.
Right there.
How many people's on there? About 6 or 7?
There's 78 people right now.
Tiffany Wright said, "My golden child kids and grandkids all have great movement."
Yeah, we were well over 100 earlier.
When you have
attest to
that many kids out there, I mean, sit down and think about one man had that many kids. Right. Are there going to be kids that have problems? Possibly. I mean,
what people don't realize, there's two to tangle, though. You take a dog with, Gold Child ain't got the best move. We know that. Everybody knows that. We never hit it, but then you got a female that we breed to, might not have the best movement either. So you put them two dogs together, you don't know what you're getting. You could get something nice. You could get something fucked up. Half could be fucked up. The other half could be good. I've seen it all different directions, So but Golden Child takes the blame. We'll take the blame for it.
So Justo wants to know, does Jeremiah still love Merles like he said he did when he first started?
Oh, I love Merles. My goal was to be my goal was the first one to like have that Dax look on a Merle. Like I said, this is back when Merles wasn't, popular. A lot of people didn't like Merles. They wouldn't even. You talk to people about Merles like Merles, right? But then when people start seeing them, they're like, "Damn, these dogs are for real." Yeah, I still love them. Yeah,
Oh, I think they're beautiful.
I just never got my shot at breeding that well. I wasn't a good breeder. Like breeding, for myself, I just didn't do well with it. So I just, hey, sometimes I'm a better stud owner than I am a breeder. So I just left it like that. I put her, and actually that female, she didn't like kids either. So I didn't get a chance to do what I needed to do. So I ended up putting her in a good pet home.
Did someone ask if we were taking 7 to a Merle?
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Oh, they are taking 7 to a Merle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Call me. I want to see them. Listen, I literally take 7. When people ask me, what do you
Let me
want?
ask you guys a question.
I want more 7s, Machiavellis, Ultras, Preciouses.
Who you think the top Merle is out there right now? I want to hear your guys' opinion.
I really don't. I don't really follow the program like that. But one thing about Merles is how many people are actually putting their DNA out there.
I don't know. Billy Cummins looks like he's got a nice one. MG2 looks pretty nice. That R2 son, he looks really nice. I like him.
Right.
I think Merles are all beautiful.
Zach Roberts is coming out with a Merle off of McLovin back to Golden. Or is it? What's that? McLovin to who was that? Oh, yeah, McLovin to Golden Child daughter Sundance. He's coming out with one. Who else? There's a few. I tell you that Billy Cummins, man, he got a badass McLovin daughter though. He bred her to Golden Child.
Merles are just different. They're just. I know there are a lot of people who it's not their cup of tea.
Dina, age, she's coming out with the Merle. I haven't seen him yet, but we get to see him.
So we're just dipping our toes into the area.
Yeah, he just turned a year old.
Yeah, so we don't.
He did.
Keep track of
How's he looking?
He's good.
Oh,
He's a fucking bull.
Yeah.
He's a beast, and he moves good.
He's a big boy.
Thick front to rear. He's a big ass boy.
Sam tells me he's a fat boy. I'm like, he's not a fat boy. He's just big.
The big red on the bottom and Golden Child.
Big boned.
Big red.
Yeah, big red on the bottom, and of course Golden Child. He's a Golden Child son. So
you know what? When I first seen Big Red in that fucking cage, I was like, "Holy shit, this motherfucker's insane." I wish I could have seen him in person. I like to see him in person.
Yeah,
I want to see what he looks like in person.
There's a lot of dogs out there. I'd love to, at this point, they're like after a dog reaches a certain level, it seems like they just stop coming out. You know what I mean? But
I still want to see him.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There would definitely be a dog to see. I think
I'm super excited to see Hans' dog, Cowboy.
Yeah.
Hey Hans, I'm yard crashing you, brother.
Let's go.
Yard crasher.
Let's go.
Jeremiah Fry, the yard crasher.
That's F.W. Spielberg's name, so I don't want to copy his name.
Oh, so what you want to be?
I'm going to use it for a minute, and then I'm going to come up with my own name. So
Kennel Crash.
Kennel
Crash.
Kennel Crash.
Kennel Crash. There you go. There's my new name. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every episode.
No, you'll see.
Stuff you
you'll
in
see
a kennel.
Cocaine Cowboy at Rumble. We're gonna be there.
Who?
His dog.
My dog, Cocaine Cowboy.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, he's nice.
I like that name.
He's chunky.
He's a big boy.
But no, I'm glad you guys are all coming out, man. I'm glad to see you guys all come. I was kind of wondering if you guys were gonna come or not.
We're gonna do everything in our power to be there with you, buddy.
I right now I got some nice dogs coming out. I'm hoping there's gonna be a lot more. Like I try to tell people, the people that you got a dog, I don't care if it's a great grandkid. I don't care if it's off 7. I don't care if it's off Machiavelli. I don't care if it's off fucking China Boy. You got a badass dog.
Ice pick.
Let's put them all together
Ice
And-
pick.
And let's post them up and let's show the world what badass dogs look like. If you're afraid to promote, I get it. You know, you're afraid to show your dog on a in live. I get it.
Right.
But I'm gonna if I don't see you, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna knock on your door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kennel crash your shit, and we're gonna go live.
Yep.
Can't you see him on the next movie instead of Wedding Crashers, Kennel Crashers, and it's
Kennel
Jeremiah
Crashers.
going all crazy?
Starring Jeremiah Fry. Yeah.
But
But some of these dogs, you got to see. Like these pictures, videos do them no justice.
none.
You know?
Yeah, they look so much better in person.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can have James Abba, best photographer in the world. I don't care. He is the best photographer in the world.
Mhm.
And
I
sometimes
agree.
certain color dogs, you just cannot capture
Right.
what they are. You know, it's still an amazing picture. It's still like an amazing picture. But then you're like, oh my gosh.
But I'll tell you,
You see the
right
dog
now, like
yeah.
pictures is it's the old time, man. That's how
Right.
that's what everybody did. And once they when you what part of the time did you guys first start coming to American Bullies? Like when did you guys come to American Bullies? Like what
4
year?
or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Well, I mean, technically 3 years prior to that because Roger.
So when I came in, Rocco was hot. He was still probably at 30, maybe 3,500 maybe or something. Then Grim was like, I don't know. No, Grim was like 30. We locked Grim at 3,500, so maybe a little bit more or something. I don't know. Anyways, but he was still young, and you still got to see them dogs out in public, which now you don't. So that tells you,
Right.
like, first when I seen Grim and Rocco the second time was at Louisville, Kentucky, and that's the last time I think they brought Rocco out was Louisville. I'm not 100% on that, but
Also, as a busy stud owner, you have to understand that anytime you take your dog out to a show, you're risking a breeding.
Mhm.
Your dog gets sick, they get put on antibiotic. Next thing you know,
But here's the thing.
Seaman's
Yeah.
dead for
I
at least 3
understand
weeks.
I understand that, but see, and I'm gonna check you guys on this, right?
Oh, checking me.
Check
Check
us.
me.
I'm gonna check Dina. I'm checking Dina.
Okay.
Check me.
I'm checking Dina. You guys say that, right? But every fucking month, or every other week, I see you guys at a different show in the show ring.
But it did happen to us.
Stack. Oh, you're over pushing the dog. You're overdoing this. You're over. Well, what the fuck you traveling around the world with all these dogs?
Oh, no.
In these show
I'm
rings.
not talking about that. I'm saying, like, for instance, 7 got an ear infection.
Okay.
We were at a show. I noticed 7 holding his head like this. Come back home. 7's got an ear infection. It wasn't because we went to the show. That was just
risking his life. You're saying risking.
no. I'm saying risking breedings.
Breedings is what. Yeah.
Risking breeding. You're
breedings.
risking breedings
Breedings, yeah.
because.
No, I always got beat up on that, right? I always got beat up. Oh, you're pushing them. You're pushing them. You're pushing them. But you're pushing all your other dogs. Why is 0 in different countries? And I'm just using the dogs as an example. Don't take it personal, anybody. But I'm just saying, why is this dog here? Why is this dog here? But every time I was to push, I'm risky. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you
no,
have
I'm
to look at the
promoting.
busyness of the dog.
I get it.
Like
But
we have
here's the
new
thing.
studs that aren't as particularly busy as some of our other stuff.
What, 7? He's probably busy, ain't he?
7's pretty busy, but also Han can vouch for this. We all went to a show, came back, and every single one of our dogs got sick.
Mhm.
And that was around.
That shit
That
was
was before.
fucking terrible.
It's
that
what
like
they're
3
calling
years ago.
They were having?
What is
Yeah,
it?
that was like 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years.
Yeah.
It was before it hit the
3
news
years
media.
ago.
We all had it prior to. And it presented itself exactly as kennel cough, except for it was a wetter cough.
It was fucking worse.
And I'm telling you, Han, Samantha, us, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars we spent trying to get every one of our dogs better.
Yeah.
Nothing would touch it.
There ain't no cure for kennel cough, though.
No.
But it wasn't
It's
kennel
like,
cough.
yeah.
It presented as kennel cough, just a much deeper, wetter cough. I'm telling you, honest to God, I thought we were going to lose Kimber. So
Yeah.
now
Ain't
when I
good.
go to shows, I'm way more cautious.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
get
don't.
it. And how you have to do your dog is like with me, like, gee, he's a pickup dog. It's like 7. You ain't picking that big motherfucker up. He break your back. But like with G, I got a booth real close to the stage. So I'm gonna be real close to the stage. So I'll pick him up, put him up there, and I'll pick him up and I'll put him back down. I'm not gonna let him touch the fucking floor.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just something to be, cautious with. Like if some people say, "Hey, I'm not going to bring my set out," I can understand that because we
Right.
all went through it. Hans, we went through it twice,
Right.
and it all presented the same. Now I bring what's called rescue, and my vet uses it. It's supposed to kill parvo, everything. But I literally wipe their feet off when they come back. I mean, I don't think anybody intentionally brings a sick dog. I think a dog could have like a sniffle or something, and you don't realize to what extent the dog might be having something. And it may affect dogs different. Like we live here in West Virginia. We may come to Chicago and the dogs there be presented with something that our dogs have never been presented with.
Yeah.
So it's going to affect my dog worse than it's going to affect the dog in that area. So you just have to be really, really careful,
Yeah, Ray, she just kind of went off a little bit on
What?
the original subject, but no, she wasn't talking about collecting them on the road. She's talking about the dog being sick, and then when the dog gets sick, then they don't want to collect, or they put them on medication, and God forbid they put them on the wrong medication, and then antibiotics can screw your shit up bad. So that's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is now we approach it differently because now we're just like, we don't let our dog get nose to nose with other people's dogs. Our dog, like if we're stacking off or we're in the show ring, the dog goes in, dog stay away from other dogs. And when the dog comes out, he goes straight back to his kennel. There's no hanging out, no letting other people get around him.
And like when we get him out, I get him out at our booth, where I've already sanitized everything with the spray rescue stuff that the vet uses. And you think you're doing the best, but I mean, it's like if somebody doesn't get their semen because your dog's been on antibiotic, we feel just as bad that you can't get the semen. We really want everybody to be successful in their breedings. We want you to have your breeding. So that's another tough thing that studs go through, stud owners go through.
I go, man. I've had people cuss me out.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's a tough situation.
I think you just don't want me to breed to your dog. I said, bro, if I wanted you to breed to my dog, I want everybody to breed to my dog. I tell you, and I told the dude, I said, look, come and do it in person. I said, Golden Child has had 6 fucking breedings this week. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now, unless you come in person, it's not going to happen. I already see the semen. I know what it looks like from one breeding to the next. I've been doing this too long. I said, come in person. I can get you 150 million easy, and you can put it right in, and it's good.
Right.
Without a bitch, he's already bred 6 times. He don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Literally 6 times. Every day he had a fucking breeding. And we're splitting on top of that. We're like the like say the Monday, Tuesday, we're splitting them and shipping them. And so, he had more breedings than that.
Yeah. That's hard on him as well. That gets your dog all amped up, and it's hard. Like, I mean, it personally affects me when somebody can't get their semen or, like that. I mean, it was a good, 2-3 weeks. We had to check 7 semen every single day, see what was going on.
He's a big
I
dog.
had no idea.
One shot, probably send that 3 different ways though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
right?
Yeah, his collections are ridiculous.
Yeah, so you could probably split 7 3 ways and say boom, boom, boom. See, G, you can't do that. You might be able to get one split. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, fuck it, that motherfucker throws, what's 7 throw? Like 20 mLs probably? Golden Child's lucky to probably throw 3.
Yeah, the initial collection, it's usually, it can be 17, 18. It'll be above. It's up into the sleeve. So,
right, that's how Cash was. I could Cash. It was easy breeding him. There was one time that he was bred so much that I had issues, and But outside of that, I never really had much issues with Cash. You know, he was like 7. He could throw big loads. Fucking, I remember. Was it 7 or no? It was Ultros I pulled in Chicago one time. That motherfucker throws a lot of semen.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
does.
before you guys got him.
Yeah.
Ice Age does too. Oof. I sent you Ice Age's
I
collection.
was busy. I ended up having to pull him. He has an Ultros has got this look about him too. When you pull him, like I'll bite the fuck out you. Look,
He does.
he got this look about him. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea.
And he is the biggest
Hey.
baby.
He got this weird look.
He does.
It passed it to his offspring too, because we bred to him, and we have a female, and she's one of the sweetest, like most loving dogs. But when she goes up to give affection, you don't know if this bitch is gonna love you or bite the shit out of you.
Also,
just like
the same way.
That fucking glare over her fucking eyes. It's
He
crazy.
just looks pissed off. He could be wagging
All
his
the
tail and
time,
he still
yeah.
looks pissed off.
Hey, I'm about to piss some people off here, so you guys gotta listen. How many people's on the live right now?
71.
Jeremiah.
All right, Dina and Roger. I gotta call all this shit. I gotta make it live. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fun.
I'll let you be
ready?
Jeremiah for 5 minutes. Go ahead.
You ready?
I'm ready.
They too worried about 7. The Ultros is an underrated dog. He needs to be pushed more because that motherfucker is insane. I seen Ultros when he came back when Sam first got him. He was a little underweight and shit like that. But I'll tell you right now, that dog needs to be pushed harder.
He ain't
No
underweight
shit.
now.
No.
I'm just saying, this is when he first came back, and I'd seen him in Chicago.
Right.
When Sam
But
brought
you know what? Ultros is a very picky eater, and it took me a while, Roger. It took me a while to figure him out.
dog. He needs to be pushed harder. And anybody
You
on
can
this
see him in
live
the ring.
different look and a different bloodline, and want a thick ass fucking rear.
Yep.
What you guys need in this game?
Maybe he'll be my next stack dog.
No, he don't like
I
the
honestly
stack.
think,
He don't like the stack.
He don't like
what I'm
trees.
trying to say. No, what I'm trying to say is Ultros has got a big dome. What's he got? 27-inch head.
You know, I've never measured it.
Might be.
I think he's 27.
It's big.
I know it's up there.
It's
I know
huge.
it's a big head. But what I'm trying to say, he's got a thick ass rear, crazy bone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got that different look about him.
Yeah.
There's your new look that people are sleeping on.
That's why I bought him.
He throws that too.
We
He
bought
throws
it.
his head all the time.
His baby 7 is taking all the shine, and we need to get Ultros out there. So
We bring him too.
yeah, I ain't seen him like I see 7.
Well, he don't want to stack. He want to lay down on stage.
I don't know, but all bullshit aside, I'm just fucking with him. But what I'm saying to is people, I've seen that dog in person, and I couldn't imagine what he looks like now. But that fucking dog, I wanted him. I was trying to get him. Sam wouldn't let me get him. I said, you wouldn't give me a crazy dog like that, because I go out there and fuck him up with I'd go fuck him up with that dog.
Ultros was a challenge. Like, he's a very picky eater. I mean, I tried everything. I've got his number now.
What do you guys feed him?
He's on raw and in Nook
raw?
Marine. He loves raw.
Yeah, Nook Marine and raw is what he's got. A mix
He loves raw.
That's cool. I love that dog. That dog's a beautiful dog, man.
He's a good dog.
Man,
He's a good dog. I took him to Virginia.
You had him at the 20K.
Yep. And I took him to Virginia.
Yeah.
Han saw him a lot.
He wouldn't stand the stacks.
Yeah. I remember Tyler Flecker, he was stacking them too, and he had problems stacking them too. I remember seeing that on live one time. I'm like,
he's just a love dog.
Bullshit, don't. Even if you don't stack, you don't have to stack. But I'm just saying that dog is a beautiful dog.
He is.
He's on the high recuperate. Because what is he?
Yeah.
He's 2-time Veneno or something, ain't he? What is he?
He's Thanos' son.
Thanos' son, yeah.
Which is a Veneno son.
Veneno,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanos was inbred, right?
He's one of the bigger. Veneno bloods, because whenever people see him at a show, they're like, "Oh, I didn't picture him as being Veneno blood."
Look at him as being a bigger dog. See, but that's
He's
where they
not.
fuck up.
Yeah.
You go to a dog with mass. You take like you take a golden child daughter, for instance. I'll give motherfuckers game right here on the live. Matter of fact, send me the fucking semen. I got a bitch in heat. I'll prove it to you. Check it out. You take him. I got a golden child, 3-time Grim daughter. It's gonna be golden child back to a Cash Money daughter. So 3-time Grim, big boy, all that shit. So you got all the Miyagi, you got everything in there. You take a bitch that's bred tight and you run it back to a dog like him, with a dog with more substance, with that crazy headpiece of him. That's what I'm going for. I'm looking for that head he's got.
Right.
I love that headpiece he has. You take that bitch is gonna produce. He might be an okay producer. I don't know. I've never seen none of his puppies, so I can't
He
say.
always throws himself.
He's a badass producer. I can't tell you. I'm just hypothetically talking. You take a badass bitch that's bred tight back to a dog that can produce okay, you're gonna get some badass puppies.
Right.
Mark my words.
Yeah, he's got some beautiful productions.
Well, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Roger said, "Let's do it."
Run it.
Anybody just got game, take your motherfucking dog to Ultros. Give him the pedigree. What's the pedigree again?
It's Thanos. To what's her name? I can't remember her name. It's on my website, roguebullycamp.com.
But anyways, what I'm saying to you, you want a dog with a thick rear, fuck all the muscles. He got color. He got
muscles.
rear,
He throws
big
chocolate.
dome. You run into a smaller bitch, it's gonna shorten it down regardless, and you're gonna get crazy shit. Mark my words.
Han got one.
She's probably one of our biggest bitches.
Nice
Top
head.
Ultros, yeah.
Nice head.
Great head. She's got his style headpiece. She's got.
That's what you want when you're breeding dogs. You want big bitches.
Mm-hmm.
She's a big bitch. She's
Bitch
probably our biggest bitch.
Look at Golden Child. Look at Cash Money. Look at Luca Brasi. Look at all the fucking top-notch studs come off a lot of big bitches. Look at Seven. Look at Zero. Hey, and think about this. Pay attention to this. See, a lot of people won't give you game. If you look at Sam's whole breeding, is it bred a lot of outcross? Is it bred heavy?
Yeah.
Bred heavy.
There you go.
He's like a little scientist.
And where you think Sam got today by breeding heavy? He won, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You do see him do a few outcrosses here and there, but not a lot, correct?
He's very smart in his breedings.
I'm answering the question. You're going around it.
I just say he does good breeding.
I think he's very versatile in his breedings, right?
Yeah.
Because Zero's obviously an outcross.
Zero was an outcross. He was outcross.
Right.
So I mean, and then you look at like Precious, right? Who's an outcross.
Every time I think
know.
about Precious Ring, I think about how they always check see if she's got peanuts.
But what I'm trying to say, majority of his breeding is bred tight. And that's why he wins.
Right.
He is the number one producing. He's got the number one producing studs in the fucking world. Mark my words. You look around. So what studs are out there really, really working? His studs.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to anybody. It's the truth.
Well, I mean, he's just generally a good guy. Easy guy to work with.
Don't get me going, Dina. Don't get me going. I'm trying to be nice.
Jeremiah, I'll put you in
You know
timeout.
I'm right. You know, say I'm right. That's all I need.
You're
you to
right.
say.
You're right.
Okay. All right, that's all. I'm good.
Okay. And see, Jeremiah, this is how you're supposed to be on the live.
That's right.
What?
Good. You're supposed to be good and kind and happy,
Good.
having a good time.
Hey, I'm just saying. Look, I learned from Sam. You could breed a bitch heavy, and you can run that bitch back to a fucking bullshit stud, and you're gonna get something really nice.
Yeah.
Correct? You agree with me? Anybody disagree?
I do agree with you.
Because that bitch is gonna outproduce it.
Right. Well, I mean, if the litter is 60 to 70% mama,
Right.
Right.
You know, and she's a big brood
So
bitch.
that's 3 or 4 time Grim bred back to of which I'm not talking about Veneno, but say Veneno, they don't throw a lot of, to me, Veneno don't throw a lot of mass, but they got that look and they got that color and they got, so if you run it back, say to a dog like Harry, we'll just use Harry for example, you know, Harry, rest in peace. But you know, you run it back to Harry, it with a heavy bred type bitch. Harry, what I've seen Harry in person in Florida, he was a really nice looking dog. You breed back something like that, you're probably gonna get something real nice. Like look at Sundance. Sundance is my favorite golden child offspring. That bitch is phenomenal looking. Anybody disagree?
No.
No.
That
You
bitch is
kidding? We
beautiful.
ain't gonna disagree with Jeremiah.
That's that Veneno and golden child blood.
Yeah.
We disagree with you. You'd be calling me out.
But guess who Sundance looks like?
Who?
Golden child.
Looks like
Golden
Jim.
Child. There's a lot
Yeah.
of. I mean, there are so many nice Golden Child dogs out there.
Until I see something else, that's why I'm glad a lot of you guys are coming out to the show so I can see some new. I see
Listen,
Harry.
we've been going to shows. You've been hiding from it.
No, but I'm trying to get. See, here's the thing. I'm trying to get you all in one show, right? So you guys quit hiding from each other.
Ain't nobody hiding from each other.
Fuck you guys ain't.
No kidding. We all go
we're
out to the
coming.
show and have fun.
People hiding from you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, truth be
Hey,
told,
coming.
some of my very, very best friends, I mean, people that are my family, have come from these dogs. You know, we got to take a step back and put away all that negativity and think about the positives.
You know
Think
what?
about where these
Yeah.
dogs have brought us all together, where they've taken us, places we visited. If it weren't for these dogs, we wouldn't be going to all these places, meeting all these nice people.
You know, I got people, you know, when I was on my down and out, I had people hit me up. Where you at, man? What's going on with you? We want to see you back in the game. We want to see you come back. You know, them are the people that I really genuinely like. You know, like Dina was one of the people, you know what I'm saying? I like them people because they actually, when I was like, hey, bro, I'm pretty much going to be done. You're like, man, don't give up. You know, I know you took a loss, but bounce
It's
back.
hard.
Them are the people that I like, man. A lot of the other people, you know, I feel there's a lot of good people in the game, but I found out there's a lot of phony motherfuckers in the game.
There are, but
You know?
you take from it the positive. Like,
Oh, I get it.
you have your group. You know what I mean? You're still acquaintances with a lot of people, and those people have a lot to teach us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Either it's somebody you don't want to be, or they have a little piece of information, or they just don't have a place to fit in. I always tell everybody, my booth's open to anybody. If I got room, you got room. Come on. You know,
Right.
everybody's got something to offer. What you take from it and what you put into it is on you. You're
Like-
gonna be all mad, go home and type it on the Facebook. I ain't got no need for that. Let's talk at the show and have a good time, have fun.
That's right.
What
You
what
know,
does that say?
That's what's
and that's why I'm kind of doing
Gotta
this
ignore
show.
the drama.
You know, I've took a lot of, you know, in the game. I took some wrong turns that I'm not, you know, probably happy I took. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've done some fucked up shit. Probably, I wish I did shit better. You know, but I was new. I was fucking eager to win, and sometimes you just get caught in your way. You know, and now I want to take the straight path, and I want to help people win. That's my
right.
and people, you know, people like, you know, I'm getting criticized for fucking trying to help people win. It's because, you know why? It's because I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna say it on this live. It's because if I help somebody else win, it might take from you winning, and that's
But
the problem. 'Cause I'm gonna bring these new studs up.
Well, I
They're
mean,
gonna
if
be at this
people
show.
are coming
I'm
at you
gonna stand behind them,
negatively
and I'm
for
gonna
that,
pull
then you
them.
know it's wrong. You know,
What's
they're
that?
not in it for the right reasons. Everybody should be helping everybody win. I want
Right.
your dog to win as much as I want my dog to win. I want Hans'
Here's the
dog to
thing,
win as
there's
much as I
enough
want
money
your
out
dog
here
to
for
win.
everybody. There's
You know,
enough money out here for everybody. But here's the
exactly.
thing: if we don't start pumping the game back, positivity, getting it back rolling in the right direction, the bully community will take a shit. You mark my words.
Well, you know,
2023, I
I
sat
think a
back
lot
and
of people
watched.
stayed away from shows.
Huh?
I know for a fact I had a guy come up to me at a show, and he's like, I don't know how you do it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I didn't even bring my dog to the show because I saw what you went through on Facebook. I said, you know, at first it hurt my feelings. But then I take a step back and I look and I say, does that person's opinion of my dog matter to me? No, it doesn't. If anything, it gave me drive to go to more shows, to be more out there, to allow people more hands on the dogs. You know, because then people really see. I mean, I've had people take the time to Photoshop my dog. That's okay. You put a lot of time into my dog. That's great. But it didn't affect me. I don't care what you do. You know, heck, we had people steal our dogs one time on Facebook. They called them Mufasa and King Kong.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you know, okay. I remember I was outside, Roger came outside. He's like, don't be mad. But somebody stole our dogs. I was like, what?
But the reality of it is,
I just ignore it.
Jeremiah can attest to this. The negativity that people throw at you just builds it's more promotion. That's all it is. Because then people will say, well, I'm going to go look at this fucked up dog.
Yeah.
And they go to your profile and they see your dog and they're like, this dog's badass.
Right. You know,
and then you take the dog to the shows and people see it.
Yep.
Here's the thing about it. All dogs have flaws. Like I remember, I'm not gonna say the flaws, but when you won the stack off, people started driving in on you because you know why? You were winning. And people start driving in on 7, posting up dumb pictures and shit. They take the worst picture and they'll fucking take it when you probably moved them and he stacked wrong or something. And then they take a picture and they're posting the shit up. But if you
That's the second time, actually,
7,
third time I ever stacked that dog.
right, I know, but I'm just using an example, right? I'm not really just posting it, but I'm just using
Right.
you because I want to put somebody else there. But so somebody takes a bullshit picture of you and they post that picture up. Like when I did that stack off with Cash, Cash's foot was in on a fucking thing. Bashar took advantage of that and fucking photoshopped the shit out of my pictures. After I fucking just go to his house, he photoshops my pictures because I'll go on my house right now. I'll pull the fucking YouTube up on fucking live, and I guarantee you that don't look like the same when Bashar took the picture. But anyways, he took the picture of Cash's bone being small. Has anybody ever seen Cash Money? That dude had the most craziest bone I've ever seen on a dog in my life.
He's a big boy. Big boy.
He took advantage of that shit and posted that shit up. Now, but he's trying to do a good, you know, community thing for the bully community. But at the same time, I shook his hand. I respected him in his house. And then he turns around and smacks me in my mouth. That's why I hold a grudge somewhat with Bashar.
Yeah.
Because he didn't keep it on a real level.
Yeah. I mean,
I gave him small credit. I said, Beanstalk was an extreme dog. Was he my type of dog? No. Was Cash his type of dog? No. But I gave the dog his credit. Bashar wants to run my shit down and talk about my dog being dead. That's the type of people we deal with in the bully community. But that's the type of people you fuck with.
Right. But that's also where you're putting you put yourself in that position to be vulnerable.
You know what I'm gonna do? What Bashar don't do? I'm gonna stand behind my blood, and we're gonna pull up to the Rumble in the Jungle, and I'm fucking that show up.
Oh, Jeremiah, you're getting out of character on me there a little bit.
A little bit.
Really back in.
Dude.
Now, Bashar ain't never been. Bashar ain't never been nothing but nice.
Produce, and we're gonna show up to the Rumble in the Jungle, and I'm fucking the jungle up. I'm taking that bitch over. I'm taking June's show.
Hey, you get like this after 9:30. Is this curfew? You're starting to get fired up.
Letting you know.
We got to calm it down. Take her down a notch, Jeremiah. Go back to old Jeremiah.
That fucking show over, and I'm gonna stand behind every fucking dog that walks in that building that wants to be a part of this game, that wants to fucking win. I'm gonna do what no stud owners are doing. They're gonna do it now because they're gonna trend. Now they're gonna have to do it because I'm gonna make you do it.
TikTok trending.
I'm gonna fucking make you do what you don't want to do.
Jeremiah.
Yeah. What? Am I lying?
Go back to my nice Jeremiah. I like him. I like nice Jeremiah.
I'm nice. I just want people to understand.
When I'm being real.
I'm being real. I'm not being a douchebag.
We're not on the stage.
I'm gonna make you have to stand behind your stud. I'm gonna make you stand behind your productions. I'm gonna change the game once again. I've been to help changing this shit. Every fucking thing that we ever done, we put something behind it. And it wasn't all.
I think you should run for president.
I should.
Make the bully game great again.
We definitely need a good president. My interest
our
rate
president's all right. Everybody's all right.
Man, this motherfucker, and they try to hit motherfucker 8% right now.
Oh.
But yeah, fucking. But anyways, you know,
Han just went to a big show. Battle to Island, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah, Puerto Rico.
Well, how much fun was that?
Oh, it was a blast.
I like the setup. I like how they had that cage and all the dogs up in front.
Yeah, June. Yeah. I seen a couple of I seen a couple of videos that June was doing when he didn't look like he got to hang out that much.
Nah, he was
in and out of there.
He was Well, he did that show. He did a show in Georgia the day before.
Was Tony Cortez there?
I'm not sure.
You know him? He's from Florida.
Did you see Todd's post? He was in a food coma. He don't know who was there.
Bro.
He was in a food coma. He lost food.
I fucking ate half the ocean on that trip.
But yeah, I can't wait to the Rumble in the Jungle, man. Because you know what? It's a long. I hate going to fucking Texas. It's a long fucking drive, especially when you got dogs and shit.
How many hours for you?
I think it's like 17 hours. Yeah. I'm probably gonna lay over in Arkansas on Friday though. My daughter
said he didn't make it. The fellow you was asking about, he didn't make
Tony
it.
Cortez. Yeah.
Oh, Tony didn't show up.
Listen, we got any questions? I like questions.
Hey, Cowboy, me and Cowboy's gonna tear it up that Rumble in the Jungle. Make sure you come and see that one.
Tearing it up, is that like cutting a rug?
We're gonna fuck the show up.
We're gonna dance off.
There's a lot of Golden Child kids. Hey, there's this one Golden Child kid out here right now. Jake Parkson. He's from here. He got a Golden Child daughter bred back to exotic. He's like, I think they call him Termite or something. He is the coolest little motherfucker I've ever seen. I told him, bring him. Oh, he's cool. He looks like Golden Child, all muscled up, but he's like exotic looking. You know what I mean? He's got that exotic body, but he's fucking crazy. I'll send you a picture of when I get off live, Dina.
I love G's personality. Like, he's so loving.
He's like, was seeing him. He looks like Golden Child. Oh, it's Boulder. It's Boulder back to Golden Child.
Okay.
Ooh.
But he looks like GC.
Ooh.
Anybody got any questions? I like questions. Ask us the questions.
Ooh.
How come I can't see questions?
Mostly statements.
Everybody sounds like they're
self-promotion.
Singing computer love right now. I don't know what the fuck's up on my internet.
A lot of self-promotion in the
comments. I mean, we got the lady Jeremiah Fry on here.
I'm gonna send everybody my Cash App so y'all can pay me for all your promotion tonight.
That motherfuckers are working, boy.
They've been going hard.
I taught them everything they know.
Hey, let them get that money, Roger. Let them get that money. What they promote? Right. What they trying to promote? Let's help them promote it.
Oh,
let's help them promote
breedings and you name it.
Hey, pick a breeding out there and promote it. See, that's where you stand out above everybody. Take that breeding and promote it. Put it on your live. Tell them to come buy a puppy.
Come buy a puppy.
Oh shit!
I
am looking for new kennel gear.
Yeah, we take shirts.
Wear this shit. I take shirts. You can put $100 bill in that motherfucker too.
I sent Carlos out a shirt today.
Did you?
Yeah.
You guys still doing t-shirts and shit?
No, we ain't got no time for that.
Did you not? Was that not a good business, or was it just too rough, or what was it?
No, we just didn't have time between the kennel and the business, and then we had another business. We was running ourselves ragged.
You running out of business.
Had to evaluate
because you guys did the Golden Child and the Grim ones, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we just
wear them all the time.
We had so many hours in a day and the busier the dogs got, we had to decide something had to go. So that was it.
My dog's is way
Yeah.
more important.
My dog is
I know,
way
but
more
I think
important.
my
Come on,
favorite-
Dina.
My
Who's your
favorite
favorite
dog, Dina?
my graphic guy retired.
Yeah. What'd you say, Jeremiah?
Who's your favorite dog, Dina?
Jeremiah, all of them.
Lieutenant Dan.
How you gonna lie? Might as well tell him.
I knew you was gonna say that.
7, Machiavelli.
It's Machiavelli to Roger. I already know it's Mac because
Mac is,
when he
listen,
comes out, he stands behind him.
who's got Machiavelli tattooed on them?
It don't matter.
Me.
7 is your dog. We know it, and Rogers is Machiavelli.
7 just stacks for me. Like,
Am I lying, Roger?
you can ask Roger. If I go to the kennel, the dogs all come
It's
to me.
7. We know it's 7.
It's 7, Machiavelli, and Ultras, and
No,
I mean
7.
Future.
If
Like,
they were
all
both
my
which
dogs.
one are you saving?
7 was just like, honest to goodness, when we what's your question? Somebody's got a question.
Oh shit! You sidetracked her.
Yeah, 7
Which
was
one
fun.
you saving?
We were just messing with Roger. He was down there talking smack on me too. He was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now I will admit, everybody on the other side of the cage. I said my wife done brought 7 down here. And I said I'm gonna whoop her ass.
He did. I did not know he said that.
Didn't work out. And someone yelled
Except
out
for
from the crowd,
when-
they were like, "Hey, I thought you was gonna whoop her ass."
He said, "It's
Oh,
Josh."
I
Me
was-
and Josh Yolo were standing there, and I was like, "Should I take 7 over there and mess with Roger?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." And away we went.
Hey, did that Florida show go off again? Tone show?
It's
It's
coming up.
Are you
March
guys going?
30th.
He's actually on next
Hell
week.
yeah!
He's on next week
That's
Hell
such a
yeah!
fun show.
on the podcast.
That is such a fun show.
Oh, I love that. You know what? I wish I would have took Cash back there for the second time when I had the chance, because I would love to repeat on that one. But
It is just a good, all
that's
shows
where
are
Cash came
fun.
alive though. There's that
But-
show. No shit. That's where Cash came alive at.
That was the first show I ever went to. We went there without a dog.
Was it the first show?
It was the first show we ever went to. We went with no dog, and I was hooked. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like dogs all day? Are you kidding me? Sign me up.
D, the reason he's not seeing any comments because he called in. Yeah, so he can't see any comments.
What's he asked? D Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What?
was the
You bitch? What's he saying? Bitch ready or something?
So could you please tell Jeremiah to read some of the comments? He'll have to come back through after and read them.
What's he saying?
He didn't
He
say.
don't know.
Okay. I would love for him to read Philip Wilcox's comment. Which one? He said a bunch of them.
Yeah, I can't see him.
Because he
Yeah,
got
I'll tell you.
I would say probably this one. It said, all jokes and promo aside, Jeremiah Fry is a man. He really helped me grow as a stud owner, and his advice has always led us in the right direction.
the.
That was Wilcox.
That's nice. See, Jeremiah, all that positivity. That's what we need, Fred. Not
Hey,
all that. I want the smoke.
I'm all positive. Like I got nothing to prove no more. I proved what I needed to prove.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know,
So stop wanting all the smoke.
There's not a lot of people could say they had 2 living legends in one household. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky to have one. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. I feel like I have a son.
Probably not. It might be a long time before you. I mean, everybody's creating a golden child look, but can you create that next dog that produces like golden child? Like I see a lot of R2G2's dogs. I like them. He's producing. I can give credit to R2. I think he's really doing his thing. Matter of fact, there's a couple I want to see in person. MG2, Merle Boy. I really like him. There's one out of Texas. I'm not saying his name yet. I'm gonna promote him when I get to the show. He's fucking crazy looking.
It's my
I like what R2's really throwing. He's really stepping up, I think. And me and Tyrus, we probably, we have our moments, but for the most part, that dog is doing his job. You know what I mean? So There's
Yeah, I
Trapzilla.
mean,
I'm starting to see some nice trap dogs coming out.
Trap's
Yeah.
nice.
Um,
Trap really put it on. I mean,
All right,
but
Dina
what
Marie.
I'm saying to you, but like what I see though is what I see Golden Child in their great grandkids. When your stud can do that, now you know you're doing something. When you see your stud in your great grandkids, now you know your dog's a producer. When your stud can breed to exotic, to a razor edge, to a fucking XL. I've been to fucking bitches that probably bigger than fucking 7.
dang.
Matter of fact,
He ain't seen
Tyler's dog,
Yeah.
horse. That bitch was huge.
Tyler's got a nice dog over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Shockwave's nice.
Shockwave. I ain't seen Shockwave since
He's not. I'm telling you right now
I
that's
don't
a
think I've
nice
seen
dog.
Shockwave. I don't think I've seen him on lives. That's about it. But Shockwave, his neck looks bigger than his head.
Yeah, he's
It
nice.
is.
I want to see that.
That's a nice dog. That's a very nice
A lot of
dog.
people realize, like, I had a guy hit me up. He's got a 2-time China boy daughter. He has like want to breed a G, and there's a little bullshit deal goes with it. He's helping somebody, and somebody's helping somebody. Well, I'm having some issues with somebody, but anyways, make a long story short, I just want to get the breeding done. And they hit me up asking if we could do something. I said I got to talk to Sam first, because
Yeah.
But China boy back to Golden Child, I think that's a bad comp. That's a badass combo. You know what I mean? I've seen a couple of them combos. Graveyard Bullies really got some really nice dogs over there off of Golden Child and China Boy, produced by Ashley Heatwave. I call her Heatwave. Yeah, Ashley Rosso. I call her Heatwave. But anyways, she produced the female. I think that was bred back to GC. And I think that dude's got some real nice shit off that breeding.
Yeah, I think you'll be surprised when you do come back out to a show. There is a lot of nice dogs.
Yeah, there's a ton.
I mean, so many. There are just so many.
All right,
But
Cam,
Hey.
we need to wrap it up. 3 hours with 3 hours.
Hey, is this the longest live that you've
longest
done so
live
far?
ever? Yeah.
Smash that
yay!
fucking record.
Yeah, we smashed.
Smash it.
Usually 2 is pretty much like the big
That's
shit.
because we got the legendary Jeremiah Fry on.
That's right. We had to give him extra time.
That's right.
So we definitely need to wrap it up. But
all right, but I just want to say this one thing.
Say what you guys say.
Anybody got some Golden Child, Grim, Offspring? I don't care. Show up to Rumble in the Jungle. Let's promote. Let's win. You got fucking 7 Offsprings, Machiavellis, you name it. Bring them. Let's show out. Let's show the world this Grim blood is the real truth. That's what I'm trying to promote. It ain't just about me. It's about you guys and whoever wants to show up and win. I don't care. We can put dogs together. We don't have. It ain't, to me. It's not about who's got the better dog. It's like we're gonna show you a bunch of badass dogs in one spot, and that's what fucking people are afraid to do. They're afraid to put badass dogs in one spot. Competition is good. It's not negative. You show up, you're gonna win. You got that dog sitting on that couch. Show up to Rumble in the Jungle February 24th, and let's win.
Oh yeah.
That's all I got to say about it.
Jeremiah, thank you so much for coming on here, and I mean, thanks for everything you've done for the bully community and everybody that you've, charity work.
This is an honest truth about giving back. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's right.
I don't even care. It don't even have to be about Golden Child. Just take it, because this will probably last time you'll ever see Golden Child in your life. If you give a fuck about this dog or like the want you to see him, here's your fucking chance.
I'll come to your house.
Put your puppy against them, whatever. Here's your chance. But let's win. Yeah. If not, you get to see 7. Matt's gonna be in the house. You got Cowboy's gonna be in the house. You got Trapzilla's gonna be in the house. I mean, you got multiple badass MG2. You got a lot of R2 kids gonna be in there. You're gonna start seeing producing dogs, and this is what you need to see. So come out.
Yeah,
let's win.
Good people.
Absolutely. And then there's another trend you can follow. Stack behind your kids. And I don't want it to be just about Golden Child. I want it to be about you guys. I'm just bringing G out so you guys can see what your dog looks against the legend. He is the legend.
Legend. He'll forever be a legend. I mean,
Yep.
And look at Seven and Golden Child. What are they? That's his nephew, correct?
Right.
That's his nephew, yeah.
There you go.
Max's half brother and Seven's his nephew.
You get to see them next to them.
yep.
Sure.
So I'm not
Definitely
gonna
a good time.
Hey, I appreciate it. It was a good live, I think. And
Very good.
Oh yeah, it was great.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on.
Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. All right, so we've got to wrap it up. Like I said, we appreciate you guys tuning in. You can catch us on Facebook at the Go Rogue Podcast. I do still do this on my personal, which is where most of you are probably watching right now. We do have a YouTube channel, the Go Rogue Podcast on YouTube, where you can watch this video after live if you don't get to catch the entire live. So, all right, guys, appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next week.
It was a good one.
See ya.
We had fun.